So we're here, but I mean, everything has to start with a dad joke. So there's one that's super stupid. Why are comic book heroes always sad?
I don't know why, Shad. Why are they always sad?
Because they have so many issues.
Not the recent ones.
Not Captain Marvel.
That was a good one, though. That was okay. That wasn't the worst. Hi. Hello, chat. We are live. We're over on Twitch. We're over on Rumble. And we're here on YouTube. And it's great to see all of your faces. However many are here. I don't have the official numbers. Tim Hayes is here. Oops. Hail, Jesse. Did you live stream this morning? He did for 8 seconds, it would appear.
That was yesterday. No, the wife was hurting and she stayed home from work today. So yeah, I had to take care of the baby.
Okay. Madhouse Retro Gaming is here. He says, "What's up, hobos?" Nothing. It's Wednesday. Oh, he's over here too. He's over on Rumble. He's on all the places. Released McCracken. Always good to see you, brother. Static 2020 is here as well. You can see our. I almost said feces. You can see our feces. No, can't see your face.
Neither would make sense.
Neither would make sense. 4 lovely faces this evening, Tim. Back Wednesday. It feels good. It feels good to be here on a Wednesday evening. The day is done, thank God. My work week has been somewhat stressful. I've been doing a lot of driving the past few days. So it's just good to be here and chill with the homies, chill with chat, talk about stuff. I'm sure have a couple of laughs along the way, tell bad jokes. But yeah, there's definitely been some weird stuff happening over the last week. So we'll get to some of it. I've had a few laughs. I've had a few, and now California's burning to the ground. As much as we may have wanted that, it's a little disturbing. But anyways.
You wanted California to be set on fire?
Well, I mean, the figurative, like burn it to the ground, as Jesse was saying,
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's
figurative fire, not as hot. Yep.
Yeah,
figurative fire. I thought it was kind of funny. Somebody mentioned that earlier today. It's like, wow, God's burning Sodom and Gomorrah with fire all over again. So I mean, think about it. It's like all of like the super, like obviously there's a lot of LA that's burning, but like there's also like it's like all the super rich houses and stuff too that like the celebrities and the big Hollywood executives own. Like I feel bad for James Woods because he's a nice guy, but like it's also kind of ironic that it's like those big shots, the people that are in charge and responsible for everything going to shit. It's kind of like, that's kind of funny actually. But there's also a lot of places
but I don't know that the innocent people deserve it.
No, and that's the worst part too, because there's also like I heard there was also like a lot of middle class homes and stuff like that. Which I mean, of course, middle class in California is still a $500,000 house, but still.
Well, there's old houses in that area, so there's houses that people probably had long before the McMansions started popping up all over the place.
Yeah,
I do want to give credit where credit is due for a great dad joke. Alpha Kenny 1. When 2 people have sex, it's a twosome. When 3 people have sex, it's a threesome. Now I know why they call you handsome. That's a good one. Well done.
Because you're a wanker. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, my co-host, how you guys doing? Brahma, you were waiting comfortably in the back patiently when I arrived. So let's start with you, sir. How have you been over the last week?
Oh, pretty good. Did a Christian panel earlier tonight with Carrie Smith, and we covered Homestead, the movie. And it's a new Angel Studios movie. And we kind of eviscerated it.
It's not good.
I think everybody started with, it wasn't bad watching it. And then after you think about it, it's just not good. And it's kind of like that Kevin Costner Horizon project, because I'm not sure that you can actually call Homestead a movie, since it's essentially a pilot for the series that they have also released now.
Oh,
so the story continues in the series, and the movie doesn't really wrap things up. So
it's just a setup.
I disagree with it being called a movie at this point. It's a pilot.
Is that one where there's like a couple of episodes afterwards on like their website or something, and then but it's not, the whole season's not even done?
It's probably done. They're just, I don't think they're releasing it in
maybe I'm thinking something else
all at once. There's 2 episodes out now, I think, and 8 total coming. But yeah, it was kind of disappointing. It's supposed to be about post-apocalyptic, survival, preppers, that kind of stuff. They don't get really post-apocalyptic, and you never kind of hear what's going on in the outside world.
How was the prepping?
The prepping was not good.
Oh,
I mean, it was nice that they were calling attention to prepping, but if he was as serious a prepper as he's, made out to be, he wouldn't be doing half the stuff he's doing. So comics division will probably have a field day with this one.
I was going to say, I was wondering what comics thought of it.
Yep, that's what I thought of too.
He hasn't watched it yet.
Okay.
He will.
So yeah, that was earlier today. And then of course, now with Wednesdays, I've got shows every night again.
Oh yeah. Busy boy.
Yep.
And Jesse, how have you been, sir?
Good. I've been kind of under the weather the last couple of days, but starting to be back on the mend now, which sucks. It's always like this. I hate these weather changes like this, dude, because it always screws me up. Like I don't like the cold. I don't like these cloudy days. Like it always ends up screwing me up. And it's just like, yeah, it's only been a couple of days and I'm already fucking sick of it. I moved this far south for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this shit. I'm sitting out here in the garage with my freaking chicken heat lamp underneath my desk, keeping my toes warm with a blanket and my jacket. Like, I live in a place where it's shorts and flip flops.
I've got this guy over here.
Yeah,
at shoulder level.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, this shit sucks. But other than that, yeah, I'll be glad to get back at the grind tomorrow. So the wife's having some issues because it's getting close to the end. We got number 6 baby due February 1st. So we got all of that kind of coming, and she's in those last kind of stages, and some of the last few weeks can be kind of rough sometimes. So, but I'll be glad to get back into back into the swing of things tomorrow. But yeah. Fun times. Just crossed 1,500 subscribers on the new YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago. So that's pretty cool.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, trying to get back to that 4K again. That'd be really nice to see.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fun shit. Nice.
Just no more bananas.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
No more of those.
Not allowed on streams anymore.
Grant, what have you been up to, man? It's good to see you as well from down under.
Well, me and the daughter finally 100%ed Astrobot. Today we've been chasing that one last trophy. Nice. And yeah, we ended up getting it. So it was a pretty fun day. And just been working on my AI videos. So I got three out now. So, and a lot of the music. So it's pretty much all I've been really doing, and just trying to build up the channel as much as I can.
Nice. Very cool.
He's got a new Twitter to follow as well.
Do you? Oh, by the way.
Yep.
I can't. Account. So everyone was mad that I couldn't, that their privileges were taken away last week. It wasn't even my fault. Jesse is still admin on here, but you're only allowed 2 people now on like the middle plan. So they totally nerfed that section of everything, because you used to be able to have 4, and now it's only 2. So. Dude.
StreamYards increased their price and removed features. Like and apparently they got bought by like some new company, and apparently like this company is notorious for doing this kind of shit to software and like stuff like this. Like they buy them and they jack up the prices and they remove features, and that's exactly
the last 2 companies. They double the price of the product. They wait till they get half as many people in there, so it evens out and plateaus, and then they sell the company off.
Wow.
Dude. So just fuck everybody that uses it. Yeah.
Premier streaming platform.
Yeah. And that sucks because like this is like, it certainly is the best one. Like I think it's the most
stable, I think.
Most stable. Yeah, that's the perfect way of putting it. Yep. but yeah, to remove like extra admin people, it seems like a weird feature to limit. Like, I'd rather you like limit my total hours I can have in my catalog. Like that makes more sense than let me have more people to manage shit. But hey, what do I know?
The thing is, admins can then not have their own account and just hook up their YouTubes and stuff. So I guarantee you that's the reason that they did it, because people are sharing studios. Your admins have just as much power as you do.
Oh, because you can have multiple brands under one account. Correct. Okay, that makes sense.
So they're limiting the access so that everybody has to get their own subscription, rather than one person being able to buy it and 3 other people use it.
Yay!
Yeah, so we had an issue before when they first started doing that. So we just created a new account, like a new Gmail, and everyone just had their login information for that Gmail. So then it was basically like we've all got the admin privileges. But the biggest thing that they've done that people aren't talking about is they've limited your dual streaming now. You can no longer do a dual stream.
I can do
so when other channels. No. I'm saying doing 2 separate streams at the same time.
Doing so like 2 YouTube streams,
having so 2 different studios open.
Yeah, two studios. You can have 2 studios open, but you can't go live with 2 different studios.
Okay,
gotcha. That would also be for the same reason then.
All right, yeah.
But they also removed the fact that because you can add your video in and let your video play as a live, they even removed that as a dual stream option while you're live. So they've jacked the price up and they've removed so many features. And now they're moving on to the model where you can only pay for an entire year. That's coming in at I think it was March or April, where it's only year subscriptions from now on.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's over every small creator that tries to use this fucking service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the only reason I'm still on it is because I think I told you last week was because I got in on the Cyber Monday deal, which put it at the price it was previously. I just paid the year, so I paid basically half price on the new subscription, which was So I said, okay, I'll pay for this one time. So maybe next year the same deal will be happening, because I don't mind paying that much for this service for the whole year. It was worth it. It's basically $10, or I guess it works out to be like $21 a month or something like that. Which to me, that it's worth it. I can cover that with everything you make. So
and EVMux has a few issues, but it's still much cheaper than StreamYard at this point with the increase in price.
Yeah,
and has more functionality, and I can have more admins. So even though EVMux occasionally has a couple issues and hiccups, I'm not paying what StreamYard wants.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm using Rumble because it's free. You get no real what do you call it, stylization with it. You can't, there's no back studio everyone's basic. On. Yeah, it's very basic, but it's very free.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yes.
What happened to Melon?
Melon.
Melon is now OBS Studio something.
Oh, okay.
It got absorbed into OBS Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah, Slobs, is that what they call it? Streamlabs OBS now? It's like OBS, but you can't
it's
use
the
plugins
desktop
with it.
version of OBS, the Streamlabs, and Melon is just called the Talk Studio now, I think. Let me
Yeah, because Nick uses some kind of Streamlabs studio for the comic shop talk on Friday nights. But it's like a same, it's very similar to this, except it's just by Streamlabs instead of being by StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just Streamlabs OBS.
That would be what Melon turned into.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Nick uses.
Yeah, crazy. Well, anyways, chat, it's good to see you. We had a couple new people come in. Scott Deblois. Emperor Doomsday's here. Good to see you. Conan the Barbarian's here as well. Oh, how did we get blessed with such a beautiful Soul Assassin?
TheCommonNerd is here now.
Yes.
I've been there.
The wife was here last week, actually. We were like
Yeah.
wrapping up and we're like, oh, we'll see. And then she messaged and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Well, because I left it on the TV because I was participating in the chat on my phone, but then I got tired and I turned the phone off, but she left it on the TV. And so she could hear you guys when you started talking about me and shit. And Grant, of course, being the kind and generous soul he is, not kicking a guy when he's down and not feeling good. No, Grant would never do something like that. So yeah, fucking bastard. But yeah, so yeah, she jumped.
To be fair, he was genuinely worried.
I know.
You had me worried because 1 minute I'm looking at you, next minute you're slumped over there, and I'm just like, did he just have a freaking heart attack?
No, I just fell asleep. That's what happens when I play video games until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Literally, I had to get on my phone and I zoomed because on the YouTube app on the phone you can actually zoom in. I had to zoom in to see if your chest was if you were breathing.
Because there was no breathing sounds in the mic, even though his face was on it.
Face was on it, yeah.
Hey, this is a really good mic. Okay, this is the same one Garrett and Gary use. Yeah, this thing's really good about not picking up background noise. It's kind of wild.
It's not background noise if your face is on it.
Yeah. But I think what was more impressive, you stayed in the same spot in the game for like 2 hours and didn't die. It was crazy.
That is actually pretty impressive too. I love that game too. It's so much fun. That's Cyberpunk 2077. I have no hope for anything else CD Projekt Red makes, but at least they went out with a banger. Oh,
after they fixed it.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, first time. Yeah, I've never played it before because it was a game I was really excited for, and then it launched and it was just nothing but a broken and buggy mess for 99% of the people that I heard tried playing it. You know, I think Culture Casino was the only one that didn't have any problems on PC, and that's just because of the ridiculous kind of hardware that man's got from what the job he used to do during the day. And it's like, and I was like, man, I'm just not even going to bother. And then one of my guys gifted it to me for Christmas over there on Steam, and I was like, oh hell yeah, let's get into this. So it's still like it's still got a memory leak, which is something I guess they're working on. So I've had it crash like a couple of times on me, but like it didn't even really do that. It didn't even do that when I crashed. So
I've been playing
only when you were almost ready to beat the big bitch, just as you almost killed her, and then it kept crashing.
Oh man,
I hated that. That was so bad. I finally beat her, and everybody's like, "You only beat her because she glitched out." I'm like, "I don't give a shit. You have any? I spent 2 hours trying to kill that bitch. I spent 2 hours trying to kill her."
I was explaining it to people. I said, in between the thing, he went outside and he prayed, and then as soon as he come back in, it worked. I'm like,
I actually have Cyberpunk installed right now, and I've been trying to play it here and there, but I'm just too stuck on Path of Exile, so I can't.
I need to play that. I've heard nothing but good things about that.
It's good. It's just consuming my time. It's just the perfect balance of like dopamine hit of like, hey, I'm gonna get that thing that just one more run.
Those are the worst ones. Just one more.
I've got to get in on it and start playing it before the Elden Ring update or the new Elden Ring comes out.
Yep.
Because that's going to consume my time.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully it's worth a shit. I don't know.
I mean, it's Elden Ring as a roguelite.
I've been playing with its Redder, and one more.
Ring. Sorry, I was thinking of something. Go ahead.
This game is the definition of I'll just do one more run. You know, just one more mission, or one more like little quest, and before you know it, it's like 2 a.m. You're like, oh great, I got to get up at 6.
Dude, that's how I am with Cyberpunk. I'm like, I'll just do this one little more side mission, just one more side mission, and then I'll call it quits. And then it never works.
Conan the Barbarian, Path of Exile, isn't that Diablo on steroids? The original Path of Exile is definitely a more intricate version of it's a little bit more complex. There's a lot of different things you can do. The second one right now is in early access, very similar to the first one. It's onboarding to the game is much more approachable, but for new players. And if you're trying to come over from Diablo 4 because you're just not really into what is going on right now, it's a great game. A lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of creative builds out there that people have. But if you like ARPGs in the style of like Diablo 2, or like if you're looking for that like Diablo 2 successor, this is about as close as it's going to come. So it's worth it, man. And I'm hoping to get Braum
right now for early access.
Yeah, $30 for the base early access, intro there. But there's plenty to do, like people say like, oh, I'll just wait. I'm like, yeah, but you could spend, it's basically 6 acts because you do the first 3 acts and then they have you go back through the 3 acts again on a harder difficulty. And then once you get to the end, you get into the end game stuff, which is like mapping. So you go to different maps and then they have harder bosses. The idea is to get the most complex and high level maps to get the best gear and currency to like stuff, trade it. So it's crazy, man. Anyone who wants to join, let me know. You can join my Discord. We have a whole Diablo thing going. I'm running with Adam Krigler's guild, and I'm trying to build that up and get people going. So
Path of Exile or Diablo?
What's that?
Path of Exile or Diablo?
Path of Exile. So we're like chirping people
in Discord.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Well, they're also doing another 3 acts before release. So
yeah, another 3 acts and then 6 more classes. So there's 6 that you can play right now. There's gonna be another 6 plus like they've only released, I think, about 2/3 of the skill gems that you can use. So there's a whole bunch of shit that is yet to come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're chirping people through things, helping people get into, get through the first few acts and get geared up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm done shilling for Path of Exile. Just join me. Let's play.
I'll be joining.
Play with me. Join me.
Yeah,
join us.
I'm sure everybody's shocked that I haven't joined yet.
Yeah. More weapon types as well. Yeah.
I tend to be the one that runs out ahead of everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes to the video games and stuff like that online, yeah. Especially you were playing like Diablo 4 long before everybody, like right when it first came out, if I remember correctly.
Well, I just level fast.
Yeah, he goes on tear.
I don't sleep.
Yep.
No, that's fair.
I'm up till 2:00 every night.
Just don't go on a raid with him because he goes Leroy Jenkins and then he runs in.
Yeah. That'd be worth watching then.
That's more.
Well, it's an interesting end game mechanic that they put in this now, and I don't know if it's something that will stay or they're doing it just to like keep people from going too nuts on it. So once you hit a certain point in like in end game, you actually lose 10% of your experience when you die. It won't make you de-level, but if you're like level 90 at like 60% and you die 6 times, you will lose 60% back to 0. The problem here now is it takes that's probably 20 hours worth of leveling to get that much experience because it gets to be so crazy at that level. Now, I think it's because they're trying to not get people to cap out on their level at this point, and they want people to experiment and take their time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's great. Once you get to about level 80, leveling slows down dramatically. It's not very fast, but anyways, on to something else. What was I going to bring up tonight?
There's some hot stuff.
No,
there's a lot of hot stuff going on. California is not in a good way. Currently,
no.
I wanted to bring this up. So I didn't even realize it was Alex Jones. I just saw it was
Alex Jones looks like he's been on Ozempic or something lately.
Yeah, I mean, he was like,
might be.
Could be the stress, but
it was like it's either Ozempic or he's working out or something. I don't know, but I saw it was this thing. It was like it was talking about a DEI hire so I didn't realize it was his tweet. I just saw the video come through on my boy.
Yeah, speaking of DEI hires.
What's going on, brother?
Good, Joe.
What's
going on, man?
Well, they're talking about the fire chief in LA, and she's talking about how she's so proud about being, LGBTQ and all that stuff.
Increasing the women in the fire.
The fire is worth that.
And then Alex Jones just pipes in. I'm just gonna play it. It was so funny, man. Hold on. What you been up to, Flawed?
I'm working on my second channel, trying to go hard, doing a bunch of stuff, trying to get a new house.
Hey, there you go.
New house.
Yeah, we're moving at the end of the month. So I'm looking for a new spot. We haven't even we don't have a spot. We're not re-signing all these. So we're just like, we'll find somewhere. We're renting a house somewhere. We're looking at this place. Look at a couple places, but we think we have this place that we're looking at right now.
Sick. Nice.
Have you heard from Cole? Whether he's
yeah. He's in we're in a group chat and he's been like keeping us updated.
He's all right.
The second, yeah, he evacuated. We should have him on.
Oh, if he's around, we should pass him the link.
Let me ask him.
Yeah, shoot him if he wants to jump on. We'd love to get a public update here. Okay,
on the ground reporting. We are the media now.
Department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I say, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough.
Out of 3,300 city
Let me
firefighters.
just point out something real quick.
Yeah.
She's appointed, right? So this is literally nothing more than a political fucking position.
Yeah.
Like she had to, do her political nonsense in order to get the job. It's a fucking appointed. This is
Aren't most of the heads of those departments anyway all elected inwards anyway, sort of thing?
Usually, yeah.
It's
by the lieutenant governor or something like that. Or
depends.
Yeah,
I mean,
some
some
people
are
elect them.
actually elected, some are appointed.
Yeah.
Depends where you are.
Yep.
So that was like the quick intro of DEI, and then this is what I was laughing. We're not going to watch the whole 9 minutes, but this made me laugh.
Here's what you do in your bedroom, you stupid whore.
He's fucking cooked.
Anymore, dude. He does not. He is gonna burn
He's
it all
fucking
down.
cooked.
I just wanted to. I was like, I need to get that sound bite. That needs to be on my soundboard. It's just too funny.
That was not what I was expecting, bro.
That's right as Sherry walks in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hello, lovely Sherry. How are you?
Do you think that the skinnier that Alex Jones gets, the more old Asian man he's looking?
No,
Asian,
like,
you said?
Yeah. Every time like he's squinting now, I'm like, dude, he looks Asian now.
no. See, I think
don't
he
know.
looks younger.
Looks like Steve Austin.
He
He looks more
Well,
like
Chelsea
his
Lawson.
younger self now.
Yeah, he does look younger. I don't
Because
see
he used to
Asian.
be ripped.
Something about it looks weird. I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting or something
Yeah,
like that.
that looks
but it just doesn't
AI
look-
Alex Jones.
right?
Looks like
That's
a
what I'm
thumb.
saying.
Well,
He
what
looks like a
happened?
thumb.
First of all, they didn't InfoWars get bought by the Onion.
It didn't.
No, they stopped the sale
no.
because
Yeah.
there was shenanigans afoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Alex Jones is actually suing all the families that sued him.
W.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, because they colluded with the Onion, as my understanding, and then they underbid, and the judge was going to give that bid to the Onion, even though it was the lowest bid, not
Yep.
a true bid.
They wanted to make a
And
fool
now
of it.
the whole thing has become politicized yet again.
Damn.
And it was funny too because there's this video of him walking back into the InfoWars studio after the Onion tried pulling all that bullshit. He's like, we're back. Oh,
I
That's
could be wrong on
crazy.
some of those details, but I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
pretty close to
I
what's happened.
also think it's funny he's suing them for $1 less than they sued him.
So 999.
I was gonna say, how much did he get sued for? Billion?
Yeah,
2 billion?
990 million, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he made sure it was under.
it was basically just so it would bankrupt him no matter what. That was
Yeah.
the goal.
Yep.
Fuck that.
So what ended up happening with these fires? How did they allegedly start? Is it just
They didn't get vaccinated, so
The trees weren't wearing their masks, so they caught the fire. They caught
Actually,
the
there
fire
was,
since they weren't
there
wearing
was a
masks.
newscast earlier that got caught on a YouTube feed where one of the journalists walks up and asks, "So, how do you think these fires started?" And the guy deadpans straight at the camera. Well, there's a lot of gays in LA.
I saw that. I literally just saw that a couple minutes ago. It's hilarious.
I made the comment until the stream
because they're
started.
blaming homosexuals. I get it now. Yeah.
That's
I
burning Sodom
don't-
and Gomorrah all over again.
I don't think they know what started the first one, but at this point, the way they're
Yeah.
just popping up everywhere and it's very far away from the main fires, I'm starting to believe that people are setting them intentionally at this point.
cinders
Yeah.
can travel pretty far? I don't know if I'd go.
They can.
I don't know if I'd
but,
strap my tinfoil hat on that hard.
No, I will.
I mean,
The fact that people
for
are
sure.
lighting fires after another giant fire to get away with it. It happens everywhere.
There's
When
some
we had a
maniacs.
massive bushfires that were down here that were engulfing most of the country, there was hundreds of people that were arrested by trying to light other fires.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Plus, we just had 4 years of massive invasion of people who want to kill us. So
Yeah.
if they
Well, and
see
there's-
something going crazy, it's like, hey, we can stoke that fire.
Yeah, quite literally.
And cook your dog on it.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. That's like, so, and it's one of those situations where like that's been a lot of the speculation all day. I mean, it could have been homeless camps, it could have been immigrant camps, it could have been, fucking somebody setting a regular fire, and it just got out of control because this is supposed to be a no burn time because everything's so fucking dry. And yeah, I mean,
But didn't they stop scraping the forest and all that?
Oh,
Like, I know that
happened
happened.
like decades ago.
California's environmental practices don't let you clear undergrowth, and they didn't build any of the water storage that the Californians had voted on because Gavin Newsom's useless.
Well, I saw this from Anna Kasparian as well. Our mayor, who was in Ghana as the fire exploded in our city, cut the fire budget by $17 million. Endless amounts of money funneled to bullshit scammer homeless nonprofits. I've actually seen a lot of news about, or like a couple of guys doing some investigative reporting, talking about how it's like likely a money laundering scheme, how they've poured hundreds of millions of dollars into the homeless shelter.
I thought they all were.
What's that?
I thought it all was money laundering when they do that. When they give millions because it never does anything.
But yeah, right. I mean, but
so the mayor got back from Ghana and had a press conference where she basically said, well, I don't know much of what's going on, but if you need help, go to a URL.
Nice.
Let us know. Get on the list. The URL. It was like Joe Biden has been reincarnated as a black woman in charge of LA.
It's like that scene in the IT crowd when there's a fire and he says, make sure you email us. And he's like, email, help, fire. Like that's basically
Yeah, freaking! I was watching Chris Gore on Gary's show today, and he was hollering about how that mayor is just worthless. It's just another diversity hire. She was one of those that it looked like the other guy was going to win late into the night, and then all of a sudden you woke up the next morning, and well, no, she's actually going to end up being mayor after all. And it's and then she's in freaking
mail-in ballots are a thing.
Yeah, exactly. They always have to count those last. It's not like they come in early in the day or anything like that. Or they've been sitting in there forever. But yeah, she was in fucking Ghana for some kind of conference, basically upping her political game while literally LA is burning.
Yeah, because the mayor of LA is so involved in foreign policy in this country.
That's strange. Like,
it's probably one of them stupid sister city bullshit things.
Well, there's also, it seemed that Gavin Newsom used it as a good opportunity to just get into a political back and forth and slander Trump, which,
last I looked, Trump's not in charge.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, it's
because you're a pussy.
People are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it.
Is this really, they're really standing in front of this burning house?
Yeah, it's mostly peaceful.
Yeah,
of course.
I seem to recall 8 years ago when Trump told Newsom, you guys need to get this under control or, the state's going to burn. And Newsom told him to screw off because you can't tell Trump that he has a good idea at any point if you're a Democrat. So, he can basically wipe your face in it because he told you need to start taking care of the forest.
Yeah, and there was another video of like one of the dams they got rid of that would have given them a water supply because like LA, like they're out of water in certain areas. There's no water coming in the hydrants whatsoever.
Why would you get rid of a dam?
Because these
had
fish
to
that need to flow back
fish.
into the dam. It was like, there was some, because I watched they showed the video of it today, but it was like, they were like, oh, they worked with all these Native American tribes. And now these bass will be, it wasn't bass. It was something, it was like Olympic salmon or something like that. These salmon will be back in. There'll be salmon back in the people, and so for generations to come, they'll be able to go and see these fish in their natural habitat, and yada yada yada. And it's like, well, there ain't gonna be a fucking habitat or any people left to go look at it, considering your whole state's on fire. Well,
meanwhile, while California is constantly in a state of drought, they let something like 1 trillion gallons of fresh water flow into the ocean every single year.
Yep.
It's bullshit. Anyway, you know what's even better is we got a super chat for $4.99 from Mazda Confessions. Let's fucking go. Real talk. Epic Mike blindfolded me and had me eat more glizzies than Flaud's record. He got it on tape too. There's a new glizzy master, General, you dogs.
He can have it, bro. He can fucking have it. I don't want the title. He can absolutely have that shit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to change the lyrics to no longer Glizzy,
Yeah,
Glizzy King. Oh.
Yeah, you fucking are. You fucking are. Absolutely right.
Kendon B, what's up, man? Over here from Normal World. I love it. Love to hear it.
Nice.
Yes. Oh man. I don't know. I hate like speculating that these things could be one way or the other. All I know is that it seems like Newsom seems a bit worthless. Trump's not wrong that the forests have to be managed. Everyone was clowning him because he said that. The problem is that how he says shit is the absolute worst, right? He's not very good at talking. He just sounds like people love to trash him on how he sounds or like, his vernacular, but he's right. We got to manage this. They've been managing the forest for decades. And now all of a sudden that Trump says it and it's a big thing. Hi, Kat. How are you?
Is it better or worse that tens of thousands of people are losing their homes just because Trump said it in a mean way? I mean, they chose to ignore him because they didn't like the way he said it. And now tens of thousands of people lose their homes.
And that's the other thing. That whole he said it in a mean way is just a bullshit fucking excuse for people that were never going to listen to him or agree with him to begin with. Oh, he's so mean. Fuck off. It wouldn't have mattered if he was the nicest guy in the world. Just because of the fact that he's got an R next to his name, you're automatically going to ignore him and hate everything that comes out of his fucking mouth because God forbid you actually compromise and go, hey, guess what? The other people on the other side might actually have a good idea. But if we say that, well, then of course that destroys our narrative that they're evil, that they're Hitler, that they're Nazis, that they're everything else. Because, well, hey, I mean, how can a Nazi ever have a good idea? It's that kind of mentality. It's that us or them bullshit. And so it wouldn't have mattered how he says it.
I think even though you saw a bit of a shift to the red in the last election in California, I think you may see a little bit more in the next elections over
it's
this.
Possible. Yeah. I think, quite honestly, I think people are just generally shifting to a place that is like a little bit more practical. I don't even want to say like Democrat or Republican. I think people are just like, hey, yeah, I mean, and I know people don't like that, but I mean, when you have people like one of my other things I want to talk about was what's his name? John Fetterman and his like little interview he had on Fox News, which is like totally like rational, like I know he's not the smartest guy in the room, but like quite honestly, John Fetterman probably represents more of the general American than people want to actually admit. He's Democrat.
The most based Democrat politician there is at the moment.
Dude, that stroke was the best thing that could have ever happened.
I was going to say, like, what happened? Did he? I know he had a growth on his neck. Did that take over? Like, what? Like,
I guess.
I just know he had a stroke. He was in the hospital for a few weeks, and he came back saying a lot of really base shit.
Dude, I was surprised. Like when he was on JRE, like I was surprised at how like not towing the line he was. I'm just like, oh, this guy might actually be a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of stuff I think we need to see in politics is, Democrats willing to work with Republicans and saying things that might not just toe a party line, because this is how real Americans are. You might have an R or D next to your name, but you're not like, there's a lot of us who are not so like hard-lined on certain issues. Like we can be swayed one way or the other. We can see practicality when it's in our face. It's not just like, oh, well, I'm on Team R, so this is what we're doing. An end of story. Some people
although Trump's coalition is currently got an R next to them, most of these people were Democrats and moderates that have been moved into the Republican Party because his coalition is basically a centrist coalition. Mm-hmm. With Tulsi, with Trump himself, with Elon, all these people
RFK.
That the left just went too psycho for. I mean, I'd be surprised if the Republican and Democrat parties survive the next 20 so years. I think Trump is basically creating a new party in the middle at the moment.
Yeah. It's pretty much unrecognizable. And I think it's becoming sort of clearer and clearer every day. Like, I mean, one, that he just sort of beats to his own drum, but like this is not the Republican Party that people knew 12 years ago. You know, we're a far cry from that, for better or for worse.
McConnell.
You look at the Republican Party from the 90s and this one, and there's nothing in common.
Right. Oh, hi. The Beast 808 with the 5. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Good to see you. I'll wait for a year from now when they start screwing over generational homeowners to grab land for 15-minute cities, etc. Just like Lahaina. You know, man, I wouldn't be surprised. It's crazy. Like out here, like the eminent domain that they have with some of these properties. Like, so they're widening a couple of the main like thoroughfares that go from like near the freeway, like, you know, out west towards Salt Lake. And they just basically bought up everyone's home, scraped them up, threw them in the garbage, and now they're going to widen the highway. Just the main road. It's wild, dude. People completely displaced from their homes. It's just nuts, dude.
Eminent domain's the most fucking like unconstitutional hot garbage bullshit. Like that shit has been abused to the nines in so many places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will say we've seen Rob Schneider be pretty based lately and, you know, saying a lot of good things. He did have one of the worst takes I've seen about this whole thing today, though, on Twitter.
Oh, what was it?
Going after the insurance companies because insurance companies canceled policies like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
It's because not the insurance companies. Again, that's California politics.
Right.
The insurance companies have to make a certain amount of money to pay claims. And when they all filed their rates in California said, nope, you can't raise the rates to that level. So the insurance companies said, okay, we're out. I mean, we can't operate in a state where we just take billions in losses every year.
Right.
So
also,
it's not the insurance company's fault.
State Farms has also declared any fire that's above a certain amount of thing is considered an act of God now. Therefore, it no longer is covered.
And then we'll see how California's new state insurance plan, because
oh God,
because all the companies have been pulling out left and right, we'll see how their state plan ends up paying for all of this. Those who were able to get policies through the state.
Wow.
This whole situation is just a massive
and
clusterfuck.
Policies through the state just mean that all of our tax dollars are going to pay for it. That's all that's going to end up being, which is probably what's going to end up happening anyway, because all the insurance and stuff isn't going to be there. The federal government's going to have to end up coming in there and footing the bill for a bunch of that fucking bullshit.
Because the federal government just sent another $500 million to Ukraine today. So
yeah. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That piece of shit, Jake. They should have never turned him black. He should have just stayed a white guy. Would have been fine.
I agree.
Damn right. Get him stop cream. Charlie Nuclear, good to see you. My money is on Kaiju's for 2025. Dude, we will never be so lucky.
I mean, talk about starting the freaking year off with a bang. Like it's exactly like it's been wild. If this is what just the first couple of weeks of 2025 are gonna be like, this year's gonna be insane. So yeah, I don't think kaijus are off the table at this point at all. Like, I just hope we get the giant mechas to battle them at least. So
what do you guys think of the UAP stuff? You think it's anything, or do you think it's them testing out their ability to manipulate drones?
China.
You think it's China?
China and it's the United States.
I think it's the United States.
China and the United States have the most technology that can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's the United States, though. I saw an article in the Daily Mail that said that from, I think it was the last week of November till like the end of December, we were testing it. The government gave the place where they started in New Jersey, there was like basically a no-fly zone for drones because the government was doing a test from, I think it was November 26th to December 20th. And they didn't have to tell the people about it because they like restricted it for some reason. They were testing something out. And I can send you the article, but yeah, I think it was the government for sure.
I still think it is our government, and I think they're searching for
I don't think they're searching for anything.
Radiation.
I think they were running tests.
Wait, they're searching for what, Brahma?
I think they're searching for low levels of radiation from a
didn't
supposed
believe
dirty
that.
bomb that was shipped to the East Coast.
I think
before
that
the
was like
inauguration.
a psyop. Them saying that. I think the government
Could
put
be.
that story out there. To be
Very
honest.
well could be, but
Wait, are you saying the government lied to its people, Flawed?
Nah, yeah, for sure.
That-
I think
would never
the
do that.
UAP being aliens is the government. I think they disseminated multiple stories about the drones on purpose. I think there was multiple things happening at the same time, but they were all orchestrated by the government. But I think
Well,
they're
what I thought
testing drones for the most part.
What I thought was interesting about that alleged manifesto that got put out there and was like talked about on that podcast was the specific type of tech he was talking about that they.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but it's the same stuff that what's his face that supposedly worked at S4 out there at Tonopah, Area 51. It's the same kind of tech he talked about because it's the whole
Lazar.
Yeah, Bob Lazar. Thank you. Yeah, Bob Lazar. It's the exact same kind of tech that he was talking about that he claimed he was working on back then, decades and decades ago. And so they either the guy who wrote the manifesto, whoever it was very well Bob Lazar and what he was talking about, or they might have actually finally cracked the code and the material science has finally caught up to where they've been able to reverse engineer that. And the best place to put something like that is in a drone, because if something goes wrong, you don't have to worry about killing a pilot. And then you have to deal with covering all that shit up. Although it's not like the first time the government had done that before, but you put it inside of a drone and it's much easier to manage. And you don't have to worry about, anything going bad and having to explain to somebody's family why, their body split into molecules because of the gravitational forces that they were using. So you don't have to worry about that with the drone.
There's still plenty that could go bad if you're testing something that you don't know
in
if it's
public,
going to stay, and you're doing it directly
over
above
people.
the people,
over people's houses.
Sure, it may not kill a pilot.
They've been doing that since the
But
government's
that's
been
still pretty
developing
dangerous.
technology.
It's the reason they picked Jersey and not Texas. Put it that way.
Yeah, and in Jersey, you don't have to worry about them trying to shoot you out of the air either.
New Jersey, we could lose New Jersey too. We'd be fine.
Yeah, nobody'd notice. It's okay.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy. Let me educate y'all for a second. New Jersey, there's like one county, two counties that are shitty. Everything else is like the most beautiful place in the United States. It's not called a garden state because it's a shithole.
Sympathizer.
Apologist.
Get him out of here. Yeah, he's an apologist. Get him out of here, bro.
Another 5 from the Beast 808 says, silly common nerd. They'll get $700 and the rest of our money is going to the foreign aid. So much now thinking our government is going to help us.
That's a good point, brother. That's a good point.
Oh, my dude, dropping 5 gifted
Nice.
Shagsworth memberships, brother. Appreciate you, dude. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support.
Do you think
Cheers.
Oprah's going to buy up all the burnt land like she did in Hawaii?
Hawaii?
She should. She should just become a villain and like stand on business. Don't try to be nice about it. Just be a villain. Yeah, well, just in public.
Be open
She
about
tries
it.
to be
Yeah,
nice.
be open
Yeah,
about
just be
it.
straight up about it.
You thought Ellen was bad. Just
Yeah.
like
I think everyone
Stop
should
giving
get their
away
heel art.
Volkswagens trying to cover up your nonsense. Like, just be honest.
Yeah, just be real.
Those are shitty cars to give out anyway. They have like a rust warranty of like 2 years, and then them things start.
Well, not only that, if you accepted it, you have to pay the tax on it straight off the bat. That was the biggest problem that everyone got with that one.
True.
Yeah.
It sent people broke.
That's
That's
a problem
true.
with lots of different things. Like the Price is Right, since there's no
Yep.
money given out, real money given out. You're paying taxes on everything you win in one of those showcases.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, how much
There were
could
a lot of people-
$280,000 worth of furniture in that be in tax?
I don't know, but I can't remember who it was. I knew somebody who was on the show back about 10, 15 years ago. And yeah, they had to sell off half the stuff in the showcase to pay the taxes on the other half of the stuff. So they had to
That's
pick and
crazy.
choose which things that they wanted to keep, because it was going to bump them into a whole nother bracket to keep it.
Damn.
Yeah. That's always the things that you don't pay attention to on all that kind of stuff. You think it all sounds fun and glamoury, but yeah, no.
With the Australian one, you've got the option. They don't televise it, but we've known people who won it. You can take 33% of the value in form of a check.
That's what Mr. Beast does too.
Yeah, but it's a post-dated check, so it's 1 year after the episode airs.
That's crazy.
And-
They don't want to give you money. They
As
want
an
you-
NDA, essentially.
What happened is there was 2 people that took them to court because they never aired those episodes with them winning.
Oh shit.
So wait, what?
But how
It
does
was-
that invalidate the check?
Because it's okay. I don't know how it all works, but it's supposed to be from the day that it's a year after it was aired. Was in the
that's crazy.
The stipulation, but because they never aired the episode, they don't have to give them the check.
I'd be pissed.
That's fucked.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'm not gonna say what I would do.
It'd be something real gangster though, right?
Right, nice little bit, yeah.
We made it to the Price is Right.
I get
Shags.
locked up for sure.
What's that?
We made it to the Price is Right while you were talking some Bob Barker spaying and neutering.
Where's Mike at, bro?
Crap.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, where is Mike?
Someone
harass him on Twitter.
Yeah, someone harass him. Get him over here.
Harass him.
He might be streaming still. I don't know.
That's
right. They are playing Fall Guys tonight over on GNG.
Here's a question for you guys that I've been thinking about. It was posed generally on TikTok, and from what's his name? Jason Pargin. He wrote what's the name of that book? John Dies at the End. They made it into a movie. But I really like his stuff. He does some movie reviews. He's a pretty insightful dude. But one of the questions he had posed on his TikTok recently was, if it were possible and the technology was available, the transporter technology from Star Trek, would you use it? I want to go around the table and then I'll tell you why I asked that question.
Under the guise of...
I didn't hear what you said.
All right, pay attention.
Star Trek transporter.
You told me to harass Mike. Which one am I supposed to be doing?
You can't multitask.
Nah.
You know, we never even put Mike into the DM group, right?
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, so it's not like he even has the link to do
it. What the fuck, dude?
I sent him the link.
Piece of shit. There's no coming back from that. You're fired.
Okay, so Flawed. The question is, if it were possible, if the technology was available, the transporter technology from Star Trek,
don't know what that is.
Would you? Okay, so have you ever seen Star Trek?
Yeah.
You've seen the clips of Beam Me Up Scotty, though.
Okay, yeah. Okay, if you would have said that, you said the Beam Me Up Scotty machine, I would have known what you were saying.
Yeah,
it's classic. Yeah.
If you could use the Beam Me Up Scotty machine, would you use it? You would.
To go where?
Anyway,
Anywhere?
would you engage with the technology so you could travel?
Engage.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. CommonNerd.
I mean, yeah, as long as we've figured out the fact that we're not completely and totally dissolving.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Because that's the problem, is because the argument around this tech has always been, okay, are you actually transporting the person that is the person,
you die,
or are you completely and totally atomizing them and then rebuilding them at the molecular level on the other side?
That's what you're doing.
It's not a transporter.
It's not a transporter. That's the biggest lie about the transporter. It's not an actual transporter.
Then I'm not doing it.
Then I'm glad you guys understand the root of this question and how I think it is not as easy, and it kind of tells.
Wait, because I think I got tricked because I
no
because I in my head was like, as long as the tech works the right way, but I was like, we're just gonna assume that it is working the right way because Shags wouldn't ask that question with all these caveats in it. In my head, this is what I went through before I answered.
Always trying to trick the black man.
That's right. You can't trust these shady white people, Flawed. How many times have we told you this? There's always a hidden agenda, man.
So
the technology we have to ask. What are you again this week? What's your family identifying as?
If I'm bashing on white people, then I have to bash that I'm a Mexican this week.
Oh, you're Mexican. Okay.
Although I did just get to talk to my black brother on Sunday for my daughter.
Talk to him, you're that, if you talk to him,
my little half black niece was running around the house too.
Yep, you're black.
That's always my favorite when you're like, you're a racist. I'm like, let me show you.
Got the pictures on ready.
That's what I'm saying.
So Flawed. Ultimately, the technology takes you apart atom by atom.
I'm knowing
and
that.
then puts you back together atom by atom by atom.
I'll pass. Yeah.
But I think the difference is it doesn't actually physically send you across. You need the machine that has the replicating technology. It's the same thing that they're building you out of. Is the same thing they build the food out of, and all this stuff. You are just simply a replicated version of it. Unlike,
but do you feel the death?
No, that's the whole point.
You don't feel anything.
But you're recreating over and over again.
Yeah, so it's just
Barkley.
Yeah.
What's his face's boat?
Lieutenant Barkley.
Yeah, the new boat. It's the old boat thing. Yeah.
Oh shit, the Theseus.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the ship of Theseus. So it's that old mind experiment.
That's a good question.
So what are
But
you
say
getting at, Shags?
Stargates is different because it actually physically transports you across. It breaks you apart and
More like a
transports you.
wormhole.
Yes, because
What,
Yeah,
what
and
are you,
that,
what are you
that I
getting
like
at,
the idea
Shags?
of a lot
There.
more.
Yeah,
That
what
makes-
was the actual underlying?
I just, well,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys, I mean, I should have figured that Jesse would have known, like, I mean, I guess all of you guys really, but it was, I just wanted to kind of gauge you. And of course, the chat can obviously answer this
No,
question.
chat
as
didn't
well.
know shit, but in reality, but yeah.
No, I just, because it didn't strike me as like a deep question until he brought it up that like, oh, this, like, I knew what the technology did, but I didn't realize like there's kind of this like almost moral conundrum in there. Like, is like, should we like kill a person and then like essentially reanimate them somewhere else?
Siege.
Exactly. It just is like, is that the right thing to do? Is so.
Yo, your cat doesn't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think like Star Trek
Look,
assumes
you're gonna
a
look at my
soul.
butthole. The whole crowd, the whole chat's gonna look at my butthole.
Hi, cat.
But yeah, I don't think Star Trek assumes a soul. So I think that's where you get some people here, kind of.
Really, the anti-religious
Questionable.
communist space show doesn't believe in souls?
They're
Utopia,
not
yes.
communist,
Souls,
they're
no.
Nazi.
Damn.
They're not communists.
I wouldn't do it for sure.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't do it based on the sole fact that it's like, what if I don't end up on the other side? Like, I'm gone. What? Just so I don't have to walk somewhere? Fuck
What if my
that.
dick's on my forehead? What if you put me together wrong?
Yeah, right.
Like when we hit the ground.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
There were episodes
is on-
about people with those kinds of fears.
Well, and Spaceballs made that fucking joke. The guy showed back up with his ass on the wrong way.
Right.
See? That's how I feel.
And it was all so I didn't have to walk to the other room.
Well, Star Trek did an
Yeah,
episode
that's
where
real.
Riker didn't actually get replicated, or like it was so he was, a version of him was still there, and there was a new one that was like created. So
it didn't delete the one.
Yeah, it didn't delete the one that was supposed to leave. So
They also
that-
had
that's-
episodes where you got stuck in the buffer and they had to try to bring you back out of the buffer.
So now it's just two yous, and one of you is gonna suffer. What do you kill one of them?
well, that becomes probably like then it
Well,
becomes
his missus had a
who's
different
human,
idea, but
who's really
um,
human, who has rights.
Yeah.
Kind of like
That's
those
true.
movies
Which one
where
is
you
which?
can get a clone if you're on death's door, but then
Yeah.
you don't end up dying from whatever. So now your clone is out there supposed to replace you, but
Yeah.
Well,
Islands, are we talking about the movie The Island?
No, that's
the
a different one.
island,
That's
there
with the
was-
organs.
There was some other,
Oh.
yeah, they were harvesting organs
Like
in that.
kind of like the Sixth Day, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the Sixth Day.
I forgot about
Damn.
But there was a TV series that had Paul Rudd in it. It only went for one season, and he was supposed to go to this wellness center, and it was supposed
Oh,
to
the
make him the best
vacation
version of
thing?
himself.
Yeah, where he was
And
happy.
it ended up being two of them. Yeah, I think Living with Yourself. I think it was called.
Living with
Really,
Yourself,
really, yeah.
Yeah.
Wife ends up banging both of them, getting pregnant. Doesn't know which one's the father because genetically they're identical.
Now you're jealous of
You wouldn't
yourself.
be able to tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
the recent one was Dual, DUAL, in 2022. Had Karen Gillian in it.
Okay.
well, that's always worth a watch if she's in something.
I don't know who she is. Sounds white.
Head from
She-
Doctor Who.
She was in Doctor Who as one of the companions. She's been in the
Well, I've
Jumanji
never seen
movies.
Doctor Who.
She was
Yeah,
Gamora.
She's Guardians of the
The
Galaxy.
Jumanji
She was
movies. She's the
Nebula.
redhead. She's Nebula in the Guardians.
Nebula, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nebula, that's no help. Nebula
None of
shouldn't even
those
look
things.
like herself.
Did
No,
you
she
see
definitely
Jumanji?
doesn't look herself in that one.
Jumanji, the old Jumanji?
The new
No, the
ones
new one
with the
with The
Rock.
Rock.
No, I would never.
She was the red dread with
She's the
nip-
one
she
with
was
the
redhead with the
very
midriff.
nice ass.
I'll look her up. What's her name?
Karen
Gillian.
Gillian.
Karen Gillian.
Gillian.
Oh yeah, I don't know this bitch, but I know her face does look like the one in the makeup in what's it called?
Yeah, Guardians of the
Yeah, because
Galaxy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Star
I don't
Trek
know.
also
change her
used.
face.
What's that?
I said I don't know her outside of makeup.
Mhm.
Star Trek also used the transporter to
I
cure
see.
diseases by filtering them out during transport. That's wild. That's cool.
That's genius.
Foreign
Yeah.
substances.
Yeah, it sucks for your workers' compensation though.
It sucks if you've
You'll be
had a
fine.
It sucks if you've had a Pfizer shot. Your
Rub it in.
DNA is not your own anymore.
Rub it in, Joe.
That's just a crazy conspiracy theory, Brahma. You know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm all about tonight.
Oh, we need to get you. Somebody get Brahma his tinfoil hat. That'd be great.
Okay.
He's got one.
Oh no. Okay, even better.
My God.
My Trump hair hat works as a tinfoil hat.
There you go. It's got a tinfoil lining on the inside. They come standard with all of those. That way the government can't send the brainwaves into you.
Tinfoil wouldn't really do much to prevent anything out. You need to make it like a Faraday cage. It'll probably actually enhance everything. It's a really good conductor.
Maybe maybe arrogant.
I want to stay on movies a little bit. I saw this tweet by BX.
Love this movie.
This scene from The Matrix was way more powerful than the red pill, blue pill scene, but y'all aren't ready for that discussion. I'm inclined to agree with this. I wanted to see where you guys sat, like Cypher's meeting with Agent Smith in The Matrix. I thought it was a pretty powerful moment.
It's basically the same conversation, just like the opposite side of the coin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think honestly too, it also says a lot about you as a person too. It's like, yeah, it's relatable. You understand, but where's the choice you're making? Is comfort more important than freedom?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Is being completely and totally oblivious to the real world more important than the truth? Yeah.
Okay, but then what is freedom in that? Freedom in thought. If you're in there and the world is the way you think it is, you are free.
Yeah.
Even if you are like kept in, like there's a huge argument for that being more freer than actually going to Zion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you mean like being plugged back in? Because his whole thing was he didn't want to remember anything. He didn't want to know that the Matrix existed.
Yeah, that's freedom.
Well, yeah, some people just like, and I think like, again, this is also one of those things that almost relates to modern politics and modern culture. And I think can apply all the time is that some people aren't interested in the fights, you know, these like minutia fights or whatever. Like they're so happy going through their day-to-day life and totally oblivious to those things. And like to us, it might seem like, well, that's wrong. You should be on the front lines fighting this because it's awful. But like some people find meaning in like the sort of meaningless things. Yeah. So in so many ways, like this could be.
I think more people do. I think people get caught up in the fights. I think in reality, if you could like forget about politics and forget about all these things and just be happy with things that you consume, I think you would be happy. But obviously when you know what you know, it's hard.
Being oblivious makes you a much happier person.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he literally says ignorance is bliss, and there is a big truth to that. Like sometimes you find out something, like if you know something bad's gonna happen, like that, you just wish you just had a moment where you didn't know.
You didn't know that.
To get that piece, like
you
can't put the cork. They say you can't put the cork back in the bottle. Well, not properly anyway, unless you chew on it.
Hey Vex, do you want to get in on this conversation?
Well,
but that's true.
And also, just as a friendly reminder, Cypher was a villain in this movie too.
But was he though?
Yes.
Was he though?
Hero.
He betrays all his friends and kills them.
But were they his friends? Did they suck his dick?
You don't know that. Actually, well, we do know that they carry on.
The chick in the red dress might have.
Real friends suck each other's dicks, bro. That's all I'm
fun. I don't ever want to be your real friend then.
Remember what happened?
Games. Next thing I know, he's fucking grabbing him. I'm like, whoa, Flood, calm down, dude.
What happened in Vegas stayed in Vegas. I mean,
we weren't supposed to talk about that. What are you doing?
Mo was down on the slot machine. I don't know.
Yeah, she didn't know what was happening. She's a heavy sleeper.
How long was Cypher out? Did they ever give any indication on how long?
It definitely been a while because he'd known the whole team, and some of the team had come on later and then more recently than even he had. So he'd definitely been with them for quite a while.
And they made the what's the name of the ship?
Name of the ship? The Nebuchadnezzar?
The Nebuchadnezzar. That shit looked like jail. If you've been to jail before, that shit looked like prison. So I think that
was the point.
That's what I'm saying. Right? That's probably free, but you're in prison at the same time.
Have you ever been on a Navy ship before? Like that's what the inside of a Navy ship looks like too.
Except
Claude's
way
very
more dick
familiar with
sucking in that
jail,
one.
not the
Yeah,
military.
only jail. Jail's the only metaphor you can use with me, bro. Like, anything else is I don't know.
Either way, someone's going down.
I think that's the great irony of the Matrix is like he talks about the freeing nature, like I'm going to free you from the Matrix, and like literally ends up in a place that resembles jail, and it's like I mean I think it's very obvious, but about the movie, but it's
you don't
still
notice that. Well, I saw it when I was a kid. I didn't really notice things like that, so I got to like grow up watching it over and over again and realizing newer and newer, like more and more shit as I went. So that's my favorite movie.
And you went to jail, and you're like, oh shit!
I was like, this is the Matrix. I'm free from the Matrix. I want to stay in
the
jail.
real world. Fuck.
Unplug me.
Legit.
Yes. I thought that was an interesting tweet to find. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is like, because I always like this scene a lot. I just think, I mean, I always liked the switch from the Matrix to the real world. You know, how they did it. It was just so well done.
Yeah. The scenes mirror each other.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the beauty things about that movie and why it's so good too, because there is so much depth to it. There's a lot of, I mean, yeah, Cypher's the villain, but he does bring up a very good point, and it's a point that everybody can relate to, at least on some level. You know, because why do people miss being a kid, right? You know, it's because you didn't have any of the worries of the world. You didn't have to worry about bills. You didn't have to worry about taking care of other things. It was just joyous ignorance, bliss kind of situation. But eventually you all have to grow. Eventually at some point you need to grow up.
Is that like, is it like a metaphor for the Garden of Eden, like Eve eating the apples so then she could gain knowledge and sight?
Kind of awakening to the world around you. That's
like the sin that kills everyone now. Now everyone dies because of that.
It's a good comparison too.
Women, am I right?
Fucking A. Well, that was Cypher's problem too, right? He was all on what's her face at the end. You know, you never even looked at me. It was always going to be him. Now look at those guys, like,
he was just a grade A hater, bro. That's what it was.
He was a jealous little bitch, man.
But didn't everybody know what her the prediction that was given to her was, that she would fall in love with the one?
Yeah, and Cypher wasn't the one. That's why he was mad.
Cypher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he wasn't getting that pussy, so he was like, "Fuck."
There was nobody who even came close to considering Cypher the one at any point.
Well, they were.
That's why he was mad. He wanted this
people. Well, people forget about this movie. I think of these characters is that they were all like hackers. Like they were all people who were plugged in and knew. So it's. You know, it's not a stretch to think that these nerds or whatever like might have some attraction, that he may have been important. Like he was obviously integral to the whole plan to begin with.
Yeah.
But you know, I think a lot of it is jealousy, right? And the fact of knowing that this is just an awful place. I'm not going anywhere. I'm basically a real slave now.
They should make the Matrix from his point of view.
That'd be interesting. One of the things I just remembered too about the movie is somebody was asking about how old he might have been or how long he'd been there. They had stated in the movie that most of the time they don't ever bring anybody out as old as Neo. They normally try to get them at much earlier. So you're talking probably potentially teenager years. So he could have been out of the Matrix for 15 years at this point. You know,
that also kind of messes with the whole hacker is who we pull out thing, because there's not a whole bunch of 10-year-old to 12-year-old hackers out there.
That's why I said teenagers. That's what I was talking about, was teenagers.
Yeah, but
because that's where what do you think the CIA recruits them from now? They get them out of fucking high schools now, like. So
but by the time you're a teen, you've also started the rebellious phase and started solidifying your own thoughts. So typically, if you're going to try to get somebody who's brainwashed, or can be, you do it before they hit the teens.
Well, not if you're intentionally wanting somebody that's going to specifically try to be rebelling against the system. Because that's the point.
I don't think this is the case. He made it.
No, not with Cypher. He had the jacks and everything else.
Yeah, he wasn't like Tank and that.
And he also has the name Cypher, which would, I mean, pretty hacker name.
Yeah, very much so. And I mean, the scene being good because that steak looked damn fucking. Anyway, yeah.
For me, I think the most important question that they asked in that is, what does chicken actually taste like? Is that actually a thing in the Matrix?
Yep.
That's
why everything tastes like chicken.
They don't know what it tastes like, so it just tastes like everything. Yep. If you close your eyes, it almost tastes like running eggs.
Yeah, that guy pissed me off.
Like,
He was the first to die.
probably
Oh wow, you pick on the one actor in there that's Australian. That's how it is.
He's Australian.
Yeah, Mouse is. Yeah,
I knew there
That's
was
enough
something.
reason.
I knew there was something about him, bro.
He went out gangster though. I did like the whole
He did.
He
did.
thing fucking
He did,
going
yeah.
out.
He did.
That was sick.
Realistically, Neo would have had an Xbox Live name like XX Dog
using using Call of Duty hacks to aim.
Yeah.
How do we pick them?
Well, it's not only-
needs
not
to
only
come out of the
hackers-
Matrix. Whoever's
Yeah.
using whoever's using
Like-
the gaming mods, go after
Yeah.
them.
they just open source the keyhole to get out. And everyone's unlocked.
Does this person have a Nexus Mods account? All right, grab them.
Yep. Should have clicked the terms of service. You should have read it first. Got him. Well, there was the guy in the Animatrix that just ran really fast and then like got out.
What?
I don't remember that one. I watched the
Yeah.
Animatrix, but
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I didn't
One.
watch
Animatrix. I really enjoyed the Animatrix. I thought it was a good what do you call it? Piece to go with it.
Yeah,
Because
side
it filled
piece.
in some of the gaps in the history and stuff like that, which I thought were really cool. Getting to watch the actual robot rebellion and shit like that was pretty wild.
Well, yeah, they called their city 01. Like dickheads.
I didn't see it.
No wonder they got bombed.
Wouldn't fly now. You can't do binary things now.
Yep. That would literally. That's the only reason why I think if we do ever get like AI and robots that come out and they're all in machine code, it'd be like it'd get cancelled right away because it's completely binary.
Yeah,
Just ones and zeros, baby. Ones and zeros.
the machines.
I'm
come
going to
alive
program
and they're
mine with a
like-
2.
Bro,
The machines come
That's
alive and they're like,
funny.
"There's not 72, you dumb bastards."
That's exactly what the AI would fucking tell them. You're a bunch of ignorant idiots.
George is crazy, bro.
George is fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
George, man.
Crazy, bro.
Look at his man.
Oh, that's that one fucking crazy bitch.
Earl.
Earl, yeah.
That's crazy.
That girl's like a small town 6 or 5 at best. Like
I'd
a small
say
town
4.
5. 4? That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Small town. Small
She's
towns
a 4
are.
at best. She's
Yeah,
also
true,
like
true.
6
A little
foot
more
4 or
inflated in a
something
small
like
town.
that.
Yeah,
Probably
she's
giant.
weirdly.
That's like it's like when you get deployed. They always talk about that when you go to deploy. The girls leave America as a 4, and they boom, you're in the desert. You're automatically a 10, and then you get
This is
you
true.
get
This
back
is
and
true.
boom,
In
you're
jail,
automatically-
ugly COs, like they could be ugly as hell in jail. Niggas like turn into the dog from The Mask. Like
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's in small town pretty. Oh man, that's fucking great.
What's
Yeah,
that saying? Sometimes you got to plow a 3 to appreciate an 8.
Yeah, but also remember, if you bang 3 threes, it's like banging a 9. So
I don't think
True.
it. I don't think it. Only if you do them all at once, then maybe.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Or really close together.
Yeah.
Or they're like a Siamese twin sort of scenario. It counts as a. Is that wait?
That counts as a 3.
That's a double. Yeah,
I think that's 3 ones.
yeah.
Well, only if they're,
They're connected. They gotta be 3 ones.
Yeah, they're 3 of them. Yeah. Well, and that's all. That's the real question too. Is it like are they connected by the head or are they?
Yeah,
Connected
it depends. It depends
like,
on where they're connected.
Well, if they're connected by the head, then that's definitely a threesome. But if they're sharing the same
If
Audis,
by the head, they're
Um,
3. That's a 9.
A question from the
You
chat.
gotta move far.
So, Grant, if you bang a 1 on top, is that a 10?
yes, if there's a 1 that's in there on top of it, yeah. But unfortunately, if you have a 1 in there, it also minuses at the same time. So yeah,
But if you go over 10, your score gets reverted back to 3.
but back to yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's true.
Actual retail price without going over. Yeah.
Except in the scenario with 2 10s.
Yeah, fair.
And you
I mean,
have
you
to
did
win
do
by
2
2.
When I'll definitely come first.
Same.
Maybe even over and over again. Holy cow! That ends up equaling with a 10, right?
Maths is hard.
We should
Did
watch
any
the
of you
video of Flawed telling Mo all the women's implements that he did.
I thought I really got everything right.
What's
bro.
a claw clip?
That was about.
Oh, it's the thing that you put in your hair.
I thought I got it right. I didn't realize what the fucking video was. She tricked me.
Wait, what was this?
Mo did a video where you ask your boyfriend or your husband you ask him what the meaning of these women things, like things that only women should
Women's
know.
tools.
And then you ask the man and the man answers, but you act like he got them all right. So you're like, oh, you're really good at this. And he's just like stupid. But I got a few.
I didn't get to the end. I thought you did get them all right.
No, I didn't. I got the first one I said was Fabuloso in a tube. That's what the water line is. Putting a tube up your pussy with Fabuloso and like sucking it in with Kegels. I thought I was right because she said I was right. And I was like, damn. Okay. I seen a video of
Then
that.
you kept saying, I grew up in a house full of women.
I grew up with lesbians. I was raised by lesbians.
Oh,
But yeah, I knew what a pap smear was.
Well, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh man,
wasn't one of the questions about a speculum?
Well, I added the speculum detail because she just said, "What's a pap smear?" And I said, "A gynecologist checking a pussy." And she said, "But like, what is it?" And I said, "They put the duck bills in and they go."
Yeah, quack 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 quack.
I watched it while I was at work, so I was semi paying attention. I was cracking up for a good portion of it, but yeah, I thought you actually got most of them right.
I think I got
the same things I would have guessed.
I think in reality, I got all of them right because men create everything. If I want that to be what a water line is, that's what a water line is. You know what I mean?
Damn straight.
Feel me?
That's what I like about some of I've seen a couple of these man on the street videos where these guys will go out and like interview women. They'll be like, "Oh, okay, so name three countries." And they're like Texas, and they're just like all
nice,
Australia and Asia.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. All right.
Man, you're smart.
Yeah.
How do you get this smart?
It's so fun. I love it.
I seen an Asian lady say yellow. Name a country with an A. Yellow?
Yeah. There was another name. It was name a country with ethnic, and the kid goes, square.
Square? Yeah. Say it fucking words.
I've actually played the video last time. I'm trying to find it again.
Who did America fight in the Civil War? Russia?
Oh my God. The country that's never been to war.
But
he said Germany. I think
he said America. Oh, yeah, probably Germany.
Oh, America.
Name a country that's never been bombed. Bomberclash?
He said. I think they said Japan.
Japan was one of them. Yeah.
Oh God. Those you almost think have to be a setup because you're like, is there really places out there in the world where there are people that retarded? And then I'm like, well,
there is.
Yes, it's every major U.S. city.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people are retarded.
I mean, sure, the ones that they post on the video is probably cherry picked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cherry picked for sure, but yeah, there are people that dumb.
I would just go out and look for bad answers. You know, if anyone gets it, they're not making the video.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you just cut them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
My cat's back on the. He's like, "Yo, what's up, bitch?"
My cat don't even fuck with me, bro. My cat like looks at me and is like, "Give me treats every time I walk in the room." That's it. That's all my cat wants.
This is the needy one right here. She's just like wants to snuggle every time I come down.
Really, I hadn't noticed.
My needy one is feral, so she only shows up in the middle of the night. Like she stays in the room or under the bed or in the closet until everybody's laying down, and then she comes out like mad annoying. That she thinks she runs the shit. Jumps up on my face and does all types of crazy shit. Bites me in my sleep to make me wake her up and pet her, to wake me up to pet her.
Sounds about right.
Weasel,
Yeah,
he said
that's
this
a way to
last
get
week.
affection.
But there are instructions on Pop-Tarts. And,
True.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, that's why we're here today.
This is true.
That's why we are the news now.
Right.
Yes. This ignorant group of fucking idiots right here. We're the new.
I'm going to apply for my White House press pass. You better believe it.
You should. You should.
Actually, I was thinking about it for the bullpen because Chad's in like Virginia. It wouldn't be too much for him to get over to DC every now and then.
You should. Like, honestly, if they're really doing that, like, why not try? I mean, The worst case is you're in the exact same spot you are, and the best case is you could sit in the White House and report on this stuff and ask questions direct. Like,
I mean, there's
then you also
literally
have to
no
go to DC.
reason. That's true. But there's like literally no reason like somebody like Benny Johnson or somebody like that should not have a White House press pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's one of the biggest names in independent news out there. You know, it's the same thing with a lot of these bigger. I mean, like, why would you bother having CNN? Well, I mean, okay, CNN's kind of getting them, but anyway, why would you bother having MSNBC in the press corps just because they're fucking MSNBC? Who gives a shit? You already know the kind of questions that are going to ask. It's not going to further the conversation at all in any way, in any positive manner. Like, why even fucking bother with them? You know, pull out the people that are actually influent, that can actually talk to people, and the people are actually watching that are going to disseminate the information better. You know, that's what it is. It's all the independent guys now.
Well, I think what we'll see is it's not going to be Benny Johnson that gets a press pass. He's going to get a press pass for a pundit that works under him. That, you know, Daily Wire will have a pass, the Blaze will have a pass, that kind of thing. And, you know, they'll send somebody who does the same thing that they do at the major news networks, only we'll get the news directly instead of from the major news networks.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's surprising too, because it's surprising to me because as much as it's great to see that, like it likely creates a chaotic, unstable scenario in that room, right? Because like there's probably a lot of like controlled like opposition right now in the press room. You know, even though Peter Doocy is like in there, like
no, it is. It's controlled opposition for sure.
Yeah. So, but like with this, like it could create something that's a little bit more nuts because if they're offering press passes to independent media, then or to like influencers, they're gonna have to do it on the left and on the right. So it's gonna create a very unstable thing. But I think it's a good idea.
You get to choose who gets the press passes.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, the Young Turks could apply, but that doesn't mean that they get a press pass.
Yeah,
I think they might.
I was gonna say, I think they should. Yeah. You know, if you're gonna have the Blaze and Daily Wire and everybody else in there, then yeah, the Young Turks are. Whether you agree, I mean, I don't think any of us really agree with any of their fucking takes for the most.
I agree with Anna Kasparian sometimes.
Anna's gotten
See,
better.
so it's one of them situations where if that's one of the biggest news influencers on the left side of politics, and for a better lack of a better term, then they should absolutely be in there. You know, and guess what? If they don't want to be professionals and they want to freaking pick fights with the other people in the crowd, then you kick their asses out. But I honestly don't think a lot of any of these major organizations out there, if they are offered this opportunity, they're not going to allow some hothead in there to screw it up. And if they do, well, that's fucking retarded. And guess what? It's going to be great. It's going to be great clickbait for all the rest of us because it's going to be funny as shit for us all.
Trump will destroy him.
See, I kind of think the thinking that'll be in the White House will be, well, the whole media is already leftist. So if we're only granting to the Daily Wire, the Blaze, Benny Johnson, that's really just evening out the room.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think Trump has been leaning left for his whole campaign. I think he'll not leaning left, but I think he's open to allowing left. He's basically leftist of 2010, Trump.
And it's just why bother keeping the legacy media in there? You know what I mean? It's like
legacy media is out, but I think that it should definitely be. I think he will allow left-leaning independent media, and I think that they'll yuck it up. I think they'll act special and they'll try to walk the line so they can get people from both sides in their shit. I think it benefits both sides. I think if anything, it hurts the right in reality because them niggas is bought out. The right conservative media is bought, whether it's independent or not. They all parrot the same thing, just like the motherfucking mainstream media. It's the same stories. One post, 16 post it right after, and they say the same thing with a different variation of words. I've been saying it for 2 years now.
I don't know. There's difference of opinions. Like, I mean, I don't know much about Daily Wire, but there's difference of opinions when it comes to the Blaze. Like, they're
not really,
maybe
not really.
I mean, from what I've watched,
the opinions are slight differences to make it seem like there's a difference.
Okay, well, I've been watching The Blaze for like 15 years, and there's a major difference in what Steve Deace talks about and what Glenn Beck talks about, and their opinions on things quite often. And they're literally a show one right after the other.
Again, I don't think that the differences are that extreme. You have to give me an example, because I don't think you're allowed to in those type of buildings.
So when all
you can't
talk
real news on those in those buildings.
When all the stuff went down with the Coof stuff, like
see, that's crazy. Nah, see, that's a whole. That is one of the controlled. That's one of the topics that's controlled the most. They'll say things on both sides that's like not even real media. That's fake media. That was clickbait media. COVID media was clickbait media, and it has been the entire time.
Well, these guys were having people, all the guys like now, like that people talk about having a brain fart because I've been out of it. I've been out of that stuff for so long, but like having like the guy that became like Trump's COVID guy for a little bit, right when he was trying to save his presidency. He was first on there. Same thing with the guy that actually invented the mRNA stuff. And these were all people coming out and speaking out against all of this stuff. And like, I mean, that to me is several episodes that got pulled off.
That's just right-wing media. That's what I'm saying. That's literally right-wing media. But I'm talking about 2025. I'm not talking about 2021. That's when everyone jumped on the right wing bandwagon. Everyone talked against COVID. Everyone talked against transgenders. Okay. Everyone did all this. All the media did the same thing. And then they got a lot of money from it. They got a lot of traction from it. They got a lot of audience from it. And they still parrot these same ideas. Now it's now the independent media is making enough money where it has to speak on certain things in order to keep their money coming in, because if they speak against it, then their whole audience turns against them.
Well, that's called audience capture, and unfortunately, it exists everywhere you go. Like that's why everyone who is successful on this platform is beholden to the message that got them popular. The minute
I don't
you
think
speak
it should
against
be
that,
yeah,
no, it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
but if it's just how it goes. If I have a different independent thought from something, and I say it,
you get attacked.
I get attacked. I lose subscribers. It happens constantly because
Alien Romulus was crap.
Yeah, like I can't
even down to pop culture. Even down to pop culture. Yeah,
well, dude. Like I mean,
say, I enjoyed Red One. It was a good movie. Everyone will just roast me over it because they've been told by the broader audience that they can't. You have to hate that movie. Dwayne Johnson's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Whatever the thing is, and it's like
that's what my point was.
I'll give you.
Me and Brian were dragged to the coals over John Wick 4 because we were on a panel and we didn't like the movie, but everyone else said, "Oh no, it's because Keanu's good and he says you have to like." I'm like, but the movie was shit. I don't want to see a guy walk up and fall down the stairs for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and the first half of the movie was John Wick 3's ending again.
How dare you?
But,
you're just
here's maybe an example flawed. I don't watch a lot of either of them, but Glenn Beck runs the Blaze. He's obviously very Christian conservative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should check out his interview
They
with
also
Floyd.
have Eric July on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who is a very libertarian.
See, I don't think that
they don't have a lot of the same points.
I still think that's still walking the same side. What I'm saying is
walking the same side.
I don't think it is.
No, but the thing is Eric July is anarcho-capitalist. He's like abolishment of government where
that's fine.
Like
they don't agree on 100% of the things.
But,
I think you're missing the nuance of what I'm saying. I think you're missing the nuance of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's actual things that all the media avoids that should be talked about, including Eric July, including the Blaze, including Glenn Black, including I can't even say it on YouTube. I literally can't even talk about it on YouTube. That's the thing. I can't even say.
We're going to Rumble.
Use code words.
Yeah,
we got plenty of code
cheese
words on
pizza.
YouTube.
That's right. We got plenty of.
I mean, it's talked about on Twitter. There's things talked about on Twitter. I mean, I can start tagging you in these things if you want, but I can't really go into detail on YouTube. I don't want to do this on someone else's channel, but we can talk about it if you want to Rumble.
Put it in private chat. Just a couple of examples, just so that we know what you're talking about.
Okay. If I say it, don't act weird. Don't act weird. Don't act weird.
Not a clue because, like I said,
so it is spelled. It is spelled with an R at the end.
No, it's spelled with an L at the end.
That's one of the things. It's why it's so. That's why the independent media has become the dominant media now, because you can vet people. Right, and we've grown up in the generation of like online bullshit.
I said it in private chat. Just read that.
Indian scams forever, that's why a lot of people.
Read what I said in the chat.
Okay, I read what you said in the chat.
You can't talk about that on the Blaze. No one can talk about that on the Blaze. Zero people can talk about that on the Blaze.
I don't know that there's a whole bunch of people that believe that.
It's true though.
There's a whole lot of credible evidence actually.
It's actually true. Yeah, it's actually true, but you can't speak on that on the right, period, because they will exile you, because that's where the money comes from every time. This is a real thing. They fund all of these right-wing media. They fund all of it. They fund everything right-wing. This is why we're beholden. This is why, bro, you could act like it's not a real thing. This is a real thing.
Did that.
Right. Yeah, I know. I wish that for me. Yeah, me too. Yeah. But yeah, you're not allowed to, that one topic, you can't touch. If I bring that up, if I would have been talking to Glenn Beck and I brought that up, he would have had me kicked out of that building. I wouldn't have been able to go on any other show.
All right, so for the chat, because you don't know, take your guesses. What are we talking about?
They probably know.
Let's see what you guys think.
And there's a lot of information.
I gave you a big clue with I thought Russia did that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share something real quic that
exactly, Cream NATO. Exactly, Cream NATO.
I'm gonna share something that Mephisto shared with me in regards to the fires, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, if this is what's going on, this is why you're seeing fires.
Yeah, this looks like hell, bro. That legit looks like hell.
So those
blaming McDonald's for this is ridiculous.
That's right. This is the reason why they can't get the planes in the air to like squash the fires with the water and everything else, because the winds are so high. That's why it's like 0% contained right now because of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that shit is crazy.
Dude, yeah. It literally, you know what it looks like? That hell scene from the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Where you see all that, like the ashes and everything blowing and shit. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yep.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I agree. Hell looks like California. I've seen
you haven't seen Constantine, Flood?
I've never seen it. I was about to look at the scene you're talking about.
It's such a good movie.
If your favorite movie stars Keanu Reeves, you should probably watch it.
It is so good, bro.
Keanu Reeves is my favorite movie star, but I like him a lot.
He's in this as the
lead. I just wish it wasn't a Constantine movie. That's my only issue with it.
Yeah, because he's in LA and he doesn't have the English accent. Yeah, it's like literally I
don't mind that. I don't mind that type of shit.
It's like essentially if you took Constantine and
put him in stealing our culture, damn it.
That's like a reimagined, right?
Well, it doesn't know.
English,
well, what are you, Spike Lee? God.
Paul doesn't read. He just like pictures that move.
Spike Lee always says that. No, I didn't. It's not a copy. It's a reimagining. It's just like you did beat for beat. Yeah, no, it's a reimagining.
Black thing, bro. Reimagining. We do it all the time. I don't have a problem with like anything that anyone has a problem with in movies, like race swapping. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
Really, like Black Ariel? You think that was a good idea?
If it would have been good, I wouldn't have cared. But it probably wasn't good. That's always the problem.
What do you think about, like, I mean, I know it's old news and all, but like, I mean,
I think they're deleting white people. That's a different thing. Like, it feels like they just don't want white people and shit. That's a different. That's the.
That's got nothing to do with black people. Yeah,
you can race swap, but it's like race swapping everything is crazy.
Well, it's wild because you got
ginger side is a thing.
Yes,
it is. Yeah.
All right, we got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
An electrical substation in Fort Worth, Texas, just exploded out of nowhere, right as a winter storm is set to roll through in the next couple
Garrett's
hours.
area.
No, not
that's my parents' area.
Eric's. That's like Eric's up in like the DFW area and shit.
Well, that's
my parents are in Fort Worth.
Is there?
Yeah, Gary's down in San Antonio.
No, Garrett.
Oh, like Garrett. Yeah, he's. I know he's outside of that area. He's a little far.
He's slightly outside of it. Yeah.
Y'all are doxing the man, the myth, the legend. Chill the fuck out.
You have any idea how big Texas and the DFW area is? I could give you his street name and you'd still never be able to fucking find him.
You'd find him in 20 different towns in DFW.
Listen, have you seen that dude on TikTok or whatever who like just will look at the sky and locate people?
You can see wallpaper like, and
you call it with the flag thing with what's his face when he went crazy. It was
have you ever tried that?
4chan was finding him.
That whole thing.
What was it?
I've tried it. It's so much fun. Like to just sit
there.
Yeah,
dude, JSCD's in that. He's nuts. He actually at the World Championships he ended up getting second.
Was it GeoGuessr?
That's how crazy it is.
GeoGuessr. There's a free version that I use, but GeoGuessr is like.
I guess Sweden and Adam lives in Sweden.
Weasel, I have never doubted the autism of you.
Do you know where Sweden is on the map, though?
When Adam does GeoGuessr, he pisses me off so much. Like he'll start with the initial picture, And then he won't move around or look for any clues. He's just like, all right, we've got this one picture. This is all we're going to use.
Dude, I've gone 2 miles down the road looking for like a sign that like
you've got to
for the language.
Somebody tell Adam you're allowed to move around a little. You can move the camera. It's like Google Earth. You move up the street. You look at the street sign and see what language is on it.
Dude, the Hollywood sign might be burning. That's wild.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh no.
I did that thumbnail like 8 months ago for Vulture.
That's the hardest picture of 2025 so far.
If that's real, if it's real,
I think it is. I think it is. Mephisto said he can confirm it's real.
The Hollywood Hills set alight about 2.5 hours ago, so that would be where the Hollywood sign is.
Yeah, they did say that.
I didn't realize it got that far. Okay.
That was another fire that just randomly popped up.
Is that Texas? Is that Texas?
Right, they're setting stuff up.
Well, first of all, let's look at
words on the
road.
road.
Look at the road. Yeah, look at the road. See if we can see the.
Yeah.
Look at the
ID.
Look, it's ID 38. So it's probably Idaho.
That's not Texas.
It's probably Idaho. ID 38.
There's no lines on the road.
Yeah, no lines. You said Africa.
No. His map was on.
Mephisto said he cannot confirm that it is real.
Oh, yeah. He said he can't confirm that.
He can't.
This is probably like southern Idaho.
It's down near Kimberly.
Idaho? It does. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Look at the mountain range.
Dude, don't.
ID 38, huh?
He's looking it up right now.
Okay, we'll put it right here. I would have guessed like somewhere like over in here, but yeah.
Go ahead, yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
let's see.
So
look at all those experience points you're getting.
Where is that? Are you there?
See, I was close.
Yeah.
Is that Idaho? Oh damn!
Yeah.
But again, you stayed on the first picture you got.
Okay.
It being a highway, there would have been painted lines on it.
I think I had this set to only the United States. That's why.
Oh, okay. Okay. This looks like where's corn at? Is that Idaho too?
Iowa.
Iowa.
And Kansas. That's
I'm
flat
enough.
Kansas.
But dude will look at this and go, "Oh, that dirt right there, that kind of soil is indicative of Southern America." Okay, see the sun over here, the horizon. Oh, that's going to be the Andes Mountains. Like he'll just like, what, bro?
Like, all right, come on, dude, you're bullshitting us. You researched all this beforehand. You wrote a script for this. Like, you're not Sherlock, okay? Like,
35 miles per hour. Oh, I'm thinking.
What's the road name?
I'm going Nebraska.
Nebraska, you think so? I'm thinking like
could be corn too.
Downs Station Road. I'm thinking like either South Dakota, maybe, or
right. Is it strictly America?
Iowa. It could be Iowa.
Could be Oklahoma.
Is it strictly America?
Shags? Yeah, this is only America. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Hold on.
ID again?
It just said MD 32. I think. Is
with that name like that,
so
I was thinking
Maryland.
Maryland 312.
Maryland got fucking cornfields.
Where the fuck?
I guess I could right outside, right next to Virginia, right?
Yeah,
probably.
But I would guess it's probably eastern somewhere.
So yeah,
it's gonna go right over
western
here.
Maryland.
Or western, sorry, western.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Southwestern Maryland. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Delaware is
Maryland.
Delaware is crazy.
Delaware has farmland.
I guess
Delaware has farmland unless you're like in the desert, and even the desert's got farmland now. Has nobody ever lived in a city where you have like random cornfields next to like giant neighborhoods? Like, like okay, because that's like that.
I mean, in Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, I never have. I'm from New Hampshire. We have like just trees. We have nice trees.
But like New Hampshire's like the size of it's like quarter size of my county.
It's very small. It's very small. It is.
There's barely even room for people in New Hampshire.
Very small state.
I am not finding anything on the Hollywood sign being on fire yet.
Yeah, it's probably not
I-40. I'm going.
Oh, I-40. That's Iowa.
There's a KOA. Like it has the flattest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. If it's I-40.
But I mean, that's Interstate 40. It could go through multiple states. But
yeah, I was going to say.
It's likely.
Well, look over at the truck stop. That'll give you a clue.
Yeah, go get some clues. You're playing it.
It was a KOA, guys. It was a KOA. Yeah, relax.
Okay, go look at the license plates on the cars.
You can't. They block out the license.
Can you actually do that?
No.
No, they
there are things that you can go look at.
There you go.
What's that say? Route 66.
That's historic 66 route, or historic Route 66.
So
Said that
wait, does
completely
66 run
backwards.
through? No.
It's historic Route 66. It's not the new one. It's where the old one
was
used to
I-40,
be.
right?
It's I-40. See, Kendon says Missouri. I could see that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's not Iowa anymore. I think it's
Missouri, huh?
I don't know.
It's possible.
Or Illinois?
Missouri's not a bad call.
I haven't been to many places.
I still think it's Oklahoma.
You're from Australia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your opinion about
yeah, you know what I mean? Holla at us when we get to Australia.
Well, this is also, if you look, I guess it's pretty.
Go to the overpass.
Ooh.
Maybe there's a roundabout.
This looks like Texas, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm thinking Texas. But
Is I-40 run through?
No, it's not Texas because
It's not Texas.
There's no frontage
I-40.
roads. Was there a sign on the overpass?
No. Well, I'm just going to turn around.
What do you mean no frontage road? You're talking about like an outer road?
No, ones that like run along the front.
The
like
frontage roads that runs alongside highways in Texas.
Okay, we call them outer roads, but like I know that some of them are called frontage roads, but yeah, no, not every highway in Texas has those.
A majority of them do, though.
This
Like
shit
the
looks
main system that they use.
This looks like
maybe Arizona.
No.
Oh, there's something up there and over there. Can we get over there?
Well, if you think it's Texas, how about the state directly above Texas?
Oklahoma.
That's true too. Solar system. Yeah,
like I said 5 minutes ago.
Let's go off exit 50. Can we go off exit 50?
All right.
Oh, that's not Texas. Nah,
there's
that's
an
not
RV
Texas.
sign.
Those arrows aren't Texas arrows. Yeah, for sure.
No,
gonna-
the roads, because our overpasses do have stars on all the highways.
I'm gonna guess Arkansas.
I never been.
Kansas.
Yep.
I-40 does I-40?
Well, that's close enough to.
I don't know if
Oklahoma, I guess.
I-40 runs through it, but I know that historic 66 does.
Clinton Lake.
I'm
Clinton
pretty
Lake.
sure.
Yeah, because I've ridden historic 66.
Clinton Lake would also say.
So this is
Arkansas.
running. This.
Hey, what's that sign say?
US bicycle
This is.
road?
No,
What's that say?
whoa. Hold on.
Back up. No, they had a sign.
Clinton Lake is awake in Oklahoma, guys. Just remember that.
Is it?
Clinton Lake would be more like Arkansas. No,
What does the KOA sign say?
The moose knuckled.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, does it? Okay, Mike has bad news. Okay.
Burgers and pizza, live bake, cut bake.
The moose
knuckle is wild. Yeah, that's unnecessary. I feel like
So
I
it runs
passed
east
that.
to west. I-40 that runs east to west. Here, Oklahoma.
Is it?
If it's Oklahoma, I'm gonna be pissed.
Wait, what else did we say? Arkansas, maybe?
I said Arkansas.
I don't know. That ground looks way too flat to be Arkansas. Most of Arkansas is a lot of
I-40
hills.
runs directly through Arkansas.
I'm gonna put. Oh wait, it's not Oklahoma
it's one
City. No
You
way.
can see it on the map right now.
Yeah, I see it now.
Goes
yeah.
through
I didn't
Memphis
realize
and
I-40 was that
Tennessee,
far
and then
south.
No, I'm saying this isn't right next. Like where I put it. Like we're not right next to Oklahoma.
I mean
City.
since we're
Sounds
playing
all wrong.
since we're playing the game of let's look at the soil.
If it was
Oklahoma
Oklahoma,
does have a
it'd be
lot
red.
of red soil.
Yeah.
Well, so you think it's over this way? I think
High
it's
in
over.
iron.
Yep.
I think it's the Oklahoma Arkansas border.
Oh, because you see the red sandy soil over there.
Let's see if we can find moose knuckle.
Lake Moose
Wanna
Knuckle.
look-
Okay, I'm gonna drop this right
Looking
here.
for a
Then.
moose nickel.
What do you think? That'll look good.
Is
deal?
that on the Oklahoma
I
side?
don't fucking know anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's on the Oklahoma side.
Okay,
Let's try it.
sure.
Go for it.
Nice.
Bro, I
Hey,
told
bro.
you it was right there. My
Not
thing was right.
Yeah, I guess the
there.
Australian doesn't know what he's talking about.
I
Googled
can't
it.
even understand Australian accents. I don't even know what you were saying.
Sorry, can I get translation on that?
I couldn't
So-
understand it 'cause it's
So
Jewish.
yeah, I-40 literally runs from the coast to the coast. I mean, it's 2,556 miles long.
Okay.
Damn.
So that explains why it's it's the new version of Route 66. It goes through some of the historic because Route 66 used to go. Yeah.
It parallels and overlays the historic US Route 66. Yep.
I could play this game all day long, just like trying to guess places.
Really?
The free one only has like three plays a day, right? Or
no, I just play. No,
which one are you
popping
using?
up this thing to like donate to it because it like. No, you can play it all day.
Oh, so it's just like voice meter. They just beg you for money. They don't actually force you to give them money.
I don't know, but flawed.
The first time I played it, I nearly got a perfect score.
Please tell Adam he can move the camera and actually look for clues.
I'll let him know.
No. Tell him on his very last try.
His last guess, then tell him he can move the camera.
I think it's a challenge. Like that, the guy who's like super good, like will just leave it to see if he can find something right there. But I mean, I think the normal player should probably move up and down the road.
If you're doing
have you seen the one where he does he does
Adam
one frame as a blink? It'll blink. It'll be black and white, and it'll be just something like that. He's like, oh, okay, that texture kind of reminded me of so and so, and he'll get it, and he'll be like within like a couple 100 miles of it. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the tism.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't remember the guy's name. What the fuck was it? Oh, here he is. What the hell is his name?
The GeoGuessr guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just be seeing his short sometimes. I don't know.
Jocko Lantern wants us to try an actual worldwide guess.
Okay.
Instead of just an American.
Yeah, but we're the ugly, ignorant Americans. We only know America, and America's the only place that actually matters anywhere. So fuck
America.
The rest of
all right, let me go back to.
I think Grant at the moment is thinking we.
Oh, he's American. Well, it depends on how far Trump wants to do his reach. After he's done with Greenland, who knows?
Trump's going to reach out and touch Australia.
Yeah, Greenland.
The sad truth about it is we have more American bases in Australia than we do Australian bases. So
that sounds about right. Crazy. America's good at America's colonialism's done to the nines.
After we take over Australia, we're going to rename it the New South America. South America is going to be bitching about it, and we're going to be like, so what are you going to do?
It's the Gulf of America now too, so fuck right off with that shit.
Okay, let me see.
Can take you as well.
And in between Australia, New Zealand, and our east coast or our west coast, we'll just rename that ocean the American Ocean.
Might as well. It's not in facts. Sounds a lot better than trying to say Pacific anyway, because some people just fuck that shit up all the time.
Yeah, people say specific for Pacific.
Yeah,
Pacific,
exactly.
Pacific.
The American Ocean would be much better. American Ocean would be much better.
I agree.
Well, it was funny too because I was watching an interview with somebody.
See, this is the reason why the world hates you guys.
When you're the guy with the biggest,
you know what? Sometimes the French make sense. I'm just saying.
Ooh, we surrender. We surrender. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna listen to.
There's no song that encapsulates America better than Dennis Leary's "Assholeo."
Oh God, I love that.
Because we got the nukes. We got the nukes.
We got the bomb. We got the bomb. Oh yeah, dude, I love it. It's so true. It's so true. Oh, it'd be great. Yeah, the next great American empire. That'd be wonderful. That'd be great.
I don't know why this isn't letting me go. I just want to do the world. How do I do the world?
But yeah, no, I'm totally okay with buying Greenland. I'm totally okay with annexing Canada.
Like, every guy's thought about doing it, Shags, but it's pretty hard to do. There's a lot of people in the world.
This might be, I don't know. Let me see. This might be the U.S. still. I don't. It says Sandsack Road, but I mean, that certainly looks
desolate.
That is, yeah.
Well, I don't even know where to begin on this one.
I'm going to say Wales.
Wales?
I was going to say, I was going to say like England of some kind, somewhere in the United Kingdom. If he says Wales, I'll say, I don't know. I don't know anything else in England.
Wales. I don't know. I just thought Wales.
Oh, so you're just always thinking about Wales. I got you.
Yeah, all the time. I love Wales.
Like, there's literally nothing here besides fucking dead field.
This looks like
There's no way.
Scotland.
There's like this is
No.
like to me. There's no way this is
Go over
Wales,
to
'cause
those
there's-
power lines.
But there's actually
Let's see what kind of transformer they're using.
That grass only comes up in a specific brand of that kind of brown in the southwest section of the United Kingdom, specifically by Albury Lane.
Sandsack Road. Sandsack. That's a terrible name.
It
Is
does.
it sand sack? Because I've been to the beach and I can understand that.
Sandy Sack.
Sandy Sack. I'm in the grass.
Can you zoom in on the grass?
that's Kentucky
brown.
bluegrass. So
It's well
Not Buffalo.
moist.
It looks brown.
If you were
Was
a
that
grass,
footprint?
if you were a lawn care guy, you'd know. What Bigfoot?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, sticks.
Oh, I don't know. You know where I would guess? This is where I would guess. If I were guessing US, I would say right there. No.
Is this US?
Yeah, like I would probably guess right in here.
Wait, this isn't the world?
I don't know.
Oh,
But this is where I would guess because
This looks like every drive I've taken across Kansas.
I can see it. I can see it.
There
we
is
gotta
nothing there
agree.
in any direction.
I can see it. I don't know. So I agree with whatever white people say.
So whenever I do this, I get confused. I either go Belgium or France, just as my backup. Just
Belgium or
Flop.
France?
Flop
Yeah,
has
Belgium
gone
or
into
France is the
survival
backup.
mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do white people say? All right, I'm there.
See, there you go. I guess Salty says North Texas.
North
Mike.
Texas,
Wyoming, huh?
Western dude, we can't even come into an agreement in the
I say
chat.
Wales. Still
Every
to this
so
day.
is this definitely in America or is
I
it
don't
or is it the
know.
world?
I'm
No,
just
it's not,
guessing.
it's not
based on-
definitely in
He
America.
can't remember. He can't figure. He couldn't get the buttons figured out. He has no idea what he's doing with this thing.
It might still be America.
I'll go
And it's
anywhere.
also just a dirt road in the middle of nowhere.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean,
Farther
like,
from where we got.
tell me, what are you supposed to tell by the barbed wire connected to the fence over there? Like,
What
I mean,
kind
is
of
there
dude,
pizza
you know what's
do we
funny?
have?
You know what's crazy?
cattle grade?
Is that dude I was going to show you absolutely guessed a place right because of a fucking fence post. I swear to God, it was like an Irish fence post, and he was like, "That's
Yeah.
how they make them in Ireland."
Okay,
That's crazy.
Yeah. I could see stuff.
just trust me on this. Pick Belgium or France. It'll be one of the two. When you're stuck, it works so much.
Even though it's in English?
Go
Well,
Belgium.
Sandsack's not an English word.
These signs, I'll be honest, like I'm not even fronting. Like I am like
That makes
some
me think
sign
it's
expert.
America.
This looks like an American sign.
Yeah,
like, I
that
know
makes me
it's
think
not
it's
my
America.
sign.
That yellow sign. I'm not gonna lie, it does.
There's a little
Oh,
pond.
see that water? Yeah, that definitely
What's
looks
that
like
over there?
American water.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
definitely
Only
looks
sign.
like a bass pro fishing.
Yeah, this does make me think.
North
over to that
Dakota.
Can you only stay on the street?
Yeah, you can't. That's you're only
Yeah,
the,
They don't drive onto the because it's with a drive, right? It's with a car that does this.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it could be Canada.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of French stuff up there.
Not enough trash. There you go.
It's gonna be what fucking LA looks like afterwards in a month or so.
No shit.
Okay, I need to get every single person that said something different. We need to at least get 2 votes on something.
Now I'm thinking Canada.
I think
Canada?
it's Kansas.
I think
Kansas?
France.
It's on you, nerd.
It's on me now. Fuck it. Let's do Kansas, then.
Well,
Fuck it. Let's
all
go
I
right,
mean,
Kansas.
Shags gets a vote too, I think.
Oh, okay, Shags. What you say? Well,
This
Kansas
is
got
my
2.
this is my spot right here. I think it's maybe somewhere in
Eastern Oregon.
Southeast Oregon.
Kansas won. Unfortunately,
Southeast, I don't know. It doesn't seem
Kan-
green enough. to be
Kansas
Oregon.
wins.
yeah. Unless you want to take the chat too.
There you go. Salty says Armadillo.
Armadillo, that's Texas, baby.
That is Texas.
No, if we saw an armadillo on the side
Yeah,
of
I
the
was
road,
just-
Then we definitely say Texas. Yeah.
South
no,
Dakota. Huh?
Who said South Dakota?
Oh,
Who
Mike
said?
just said South Dakota right now.
Oh, okay.
As
There
soon
you
as you
go.
pressed it, he said it.
North Dakota.
That shit is crazy.
And that makes sense. It's literally like straight up from Kansas.
Damn.
it is just the plains.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
That-
definitely
your
a different
language.
country.
Okay.
That definitely.
Let's
This
look at
is-
the road
this
name and
is
figure out the
Slavic.
language.
It's
Yeah.
Slavic.
Davjevik. Oh yeah. What the
That's
fuck?
Eastern Europe, probably,
Yeah,
right?
definitely Eastern
Yeah.
Europe for sure.
Look at the soil.
Yeah,
What about the soil samples?
It's
A
red.
little-
Red.
Little
Red soil.
Was that peat? Is that no? What color is red soil? What is red soil?
Red is iron.
Clay.
Yeah.
Clay.
Clay.
Okay, so maybe
So-
not. Maybe
He's brown. Okay. Oh, and the road is faulted.
Hey,
Turkey.
Gule,
Turkey. Go Turkey.
Gule, gule.
I
I
do
can see
like the
that.
way that they dug trenches on the side of the road. So if you accidentally go off the road, you go directly into a deep, deep trench and die.
That's the point.
Very
I don't know,
Eastern
like
European.
northern Turkey, maybe.
If you're dumb enough to drive off the side of the road, well, then it's just natural selection.
Did
I'm
you
not,
see that?
I'm not
ditch?
sold on Turkey. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, have you ever driven through Arkansas, like northwestern Arkansas? Like,
It's in
you
Arkansas.
I don't think it's Arkansas.
Yeah, definitely not.
You go off the road anywhere, and you got a like a literal 100-foot cliff dive.
What are
Can
the
we look at
makes
the
of
blue
the
sign?
cars?
Absolutely. A101.
Gule, gule.
Goulet, goulet.
Hey, gule, vous couchez avec moi. Okay. I'm gonna say.
That's Africa.
I'm gonna say.
There's a Shell station 5 kilometers.
What's
Yeah,
Bosnia
Shell
called now?
station, huh?
Oh wait, so there's Mount. Okay, I definitely think this is. I would say Eastern.
I'm going.
Turkey.
I'm going.
There's mountains
I'm
in
sticking
East-
with Turkey.
I'm
I
going
like
Dagestan.
Dagestan.
No, the mountains would be more bigger. There's so many mountains in Dagestan.
I'm gonna go with Dagestan. Dagestan feels right.
Turkey.
Would you say Turkey?
I think it's. I think it's
We're all-
right here.
We're all going
All
with
right.
Turkey.
I'll accept that.
Okay, just
Wow.
the other
Get
side. of Turkey.
fucking get this fucking
It is
nah, get him
Turkey.
out of here, bro. Get this
Yeah,
Australian the fuck
look
out of
at
here,
that.
bro. I'm
Look
sick
at
of this
that.
shit, bro. He knows too much.
Good call. Well,
He's
he's
too smart for
VPN'd
me,
and
bro.
he's VPN'd and super chatted from each of these countries, so he knows them pretty well.
R504, Russia for sure. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
R504?
definitely the only country that starts with R.
So, but it's not America because that's definitely
Yeah, it's red.
American
Yeah.
sign,
red.
yeah.
So
And I feel like Russia
Red
would be
sun
like, yeah,
rising.
we have red fucking alert arrows.
Oh, red signs. Red signs. That's on. It's an African country.
China?
Okay.
No. Shit. I
Ghana?
don't know if it's South Africa, but it's an African country.
Don't say Rwanda.
the Chad. It's got to be the Chad.
Oh yeah, those
Flawed.
trees look African. Those trees look African. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
lie.
definitely Chad.
Sub-Saharan.
Yeah, like the brush and that kind of stuff. Reminds me of Lion King, except for the road.
I don't think it's
Salty
Rhodesia.
says Rhodesia. Rwanda is Mephisto's guess.
That's what I said too.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
Go with
Where the
Well,
fuck is
I think we
Rwanda?
got to go with the black guy on this one, don't we?
Rwanda right there, but underneath Uganda.
No, you're gone.
That means he's got to find Uganda.
Right.
It's all the way to the right. All the way to the right. All the way
It's
to the
right
right.
down. It's like right next to DRC. Do you
next
know
to Kenya.
Do you know the way?
This is Dewey.
But those are green signs.
Oh,
Those are green
NR5.
signs.
Look. I don't think it is. NR5. That's not it. Rwandan roads are NR. It's definitely Africa though. Whoever.
Oh
said that.
wait. Was that other one R
Here,
next to it?
Here, right here. If
Try-
it's the
okay,
Chad,
try
I'm
South-
gonna fucking freak out.
Try South Africa
Republic of Congo.
To the right, I think there was R's.
because it's so.
Oh, here.
Burundi.
All the way to the right.
Burundi?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Burundi is
RN.
RN.
Yeah, it's not the
RN.
same. That's not the same. It's not
I
us.
just saw ours.
It
Where
feels
are
like
they?
we're cheating if we're just
It does feel
looking
like
at
we're
the
cheating. They
roads.
shouldn't have that on there.
I'm
That
okay
does
with
feel like it's cheating.
Oh, so I said my initial guess was South Africa.
RN.
There's
Yeah.
RN again. You said South Africa, right? Is
Yeah, that was
ours?
my initial guess, but then I wasn't too sure 100% if it was, but I was pretty sure it was South Africa.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Mm,
But those aren't the right highway
There's
numbers.
South Africa, but
Yeah.
there's no R.
They just got numbers. That's crazy.
Well, and this isn't necessarily going to be like a major high. I mean, it's literally a 2-lane road, isn't it? Like this might not be something that's really going to show up in big sizes
Oh.
on the map either.
That's it right there. It just showed up right when he said it.
R507.
Right when he said it, it popped up.
I'd say
R504.
it's somewhere near there,
I said
maybe.
it and it had to show up.
Right there. It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Well, wait, what was the country?
South Africa?
We got to zoom out.
South Africa's a country.
It was South Africa?
South Africa have roads still.
Shags froze.
Shags is frozen.
Oh
Wait.
no, Shags is
My
down.
bad.
Down, Shags.
Is
He's
it
got
South
Shags
Africa?
Shags back.
It is.
What country
South
was
Africa.
it? Zoom out.
Wow, yeah,
Okay.
I'm sick of Australians.
South
Like,
Africa.
the passion, bro. Y'all need to be locked down in Australia, bro.
South Africa is literally
How
the
do you
name
know
of the
about
country.
Africa more than I do, bro?
Well,
you've never actually been there.
We're in America. We
Germany?
only have to learn the 50
But it should be
states.
in
We
my
don't have to care
spirit.
about the rest of the world.
In
Why
7th
did-
grade, I had to learn Africa and Europe.
This just looks like Germany. Like to me, this in my
Yeah,
head.
or
The
Holland
language
maybe.
looks German too.
Yeah, some up in that kind of.
You said Holland. I'm going
Yeah.
with whatever Mr. Grant Gregory says. I fucking agree. It's that.
Because it's the same kind of style, like architecture and stuff like that. Of the little houses they've got. What's the sign?
It looks
say?
like
So
Netherlands.
okay,
Belgium,
it could be German because
Yeah.
a lot of the Sweden. Actually, you might go get the wife. She'll know.
oh yeah, it's a
German,
W. Yeah, that's
Belgium.
German.
Austria.
Yeah,
Sweden. Yeah, that's German.
could be any one of them little countries that used to be controlled by Germany
True.
or Prussia. Where's it's Prussia?
Wiedenweg.
Where's Spartacus when I need him?
It's definitely an Ottoman Empire former holding.
Yeah. Holland,
Yeah.
Switzerland. Yeah. The Von Trapps lived there. There you go.
Let's go up the
Yeah,
street
Okay,
a
so
little bit.
so it's Germany because the word Wieden is willows.
Yeah.
So that's what that word means. So something willows. So
Let's go south.
or it's
Germany.
one of the countries that still speak German ish. So
Hell, there's even sections of Belgium that speak French.
yeah,
and
even yeah.
But now the question is, where in Germany?
Well, let's
I
look
like
for some more
Nuremberg.
clues.
It's definitely
That
nice
is
and
our
green.
favorite German city,
Yeah. Exactly.
besides West Berlin.
I wonder why they did do it in Nuremberg. I'd love to look into the history of that and figure out exactly why they did it in Nuremberg. But,
No mountains or anything. It's pretty flat.
Mhm.
Rolling hills, maybe.
I'm saying now we're into like a lot more of the modern homes. This is like I mean, this could be a subdivision out of the United States.
Well, looking at how I'm gonna say how nice it is,
What's
it's
the
probably
cross
one of the
street?
major cities. So
Yeah.
like we've got Berlin somewhere, sort of thing.
I don't know,
Let's
man.
travel all the way to Berlin. Which direction do you think it is?
Let's see. The sun is here.
Oh,
I think we're
that's-
traveling east right now. This looks like morning sun. So
Mhm.
this would be west. What
That's fair, Devastator.
do you say? My dream destination is Germany. Is where
Jägermeister's made.
I don't screw with
There you go.
Jägermeister
If your
after
new bond
college.
pulls outside of San Antonio because it's a little German town. Yeah.
I love how this has become an open guesser stream.
Yeah. This is what it is. Correct. I just love it.
Oh, it's like
Chat.
a
Look
wind
at the
farm.
sign. Look at the sign. Go back. There's a sign over there. Nope, no. Keep turning around. There's a sign there on the side of the road.
This one. It's got their bus lanes.
Yeah, so it's definitely
Money
Germany.
Fry. Yeah.
Zum
Yeah.
How do you
Anker.
get that? Just for my own edification.
It's
How do you
German.
Okay,
get
well,
that?
see, it's
German.
got the umlaut
Goethe.
under the
Oh, okay,
the
got
say thing looks like a B. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's. I'm inclined to say more southern Germany. I don't know
There you
why.
go.
It seems right.
Just for
Right
no
fucking
reason.
there.
Just seems right.
Stuttgart.
My gut says right there.
Let's
Any
see.
objections?
Let's see. Nope. I'm there with you. Let's go.
Oh, let's go with
I'd
it.
go somewhere
Southern
greener.
Germany.
Oh, of course
Wow.
it's northern.
Oh,
Of
it
course
was
it's
Berlin.
Of course it's northern.
Leave
Oh,
That's
it's
me.
crazy.
Leipzig.
I was sure it was south. You had confidence
Yeah.
that made me like go with that.
I thought it was south to begin with, too.
Damn.
yeah.
It's
Northern Germany.
unfortunate.
There you go.
That's good.
Damn.
das ist gut, yeah.
Das ist
Das
gut.
ist
Das ist gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21, 23.
No,
I like how your German is gay German.
Yep.
It's like that gay bondage German bullshit from like Euro trip and shit.
What's up, Shield Wall of Dragons? Good to see you, man.
Whoa.
Oh
How
man,
many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
9.
That's crazy. That's
Fun,
racist.
because we are very efficient and have no sense of humor.
Oh, what was the joke? This is not funny. Maybe I shouldn't say.
That's gonna be crazy. Whatever that is gonna be crazy.
Nine.
I don't know the joke, so I don't want to say it and be wrong, and then also sound like a complete.
I'll get you banned.
It wouldn't be anything new for a Wednesday night show. What are you worried about?
The thing is, I don't fully know the punchline. I only know part of it, so I don't want to. I'm not going to say it.
That's true.
What else has been going on? Because Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
I mean, we're gonna go to war with the Chinese in Panama. That should be fun.
Oh, I was going to tell you about Biden trying to screw everybody on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Biden is trying to sneak through a last-minute legislation that is basically that you are only allowed to have a maximum amount of nicotine.
Whoa! What did he say? Niggas what?
Nicotine?
I heard nigga.
So
maximum amount of niggas that you own. I heard what happened.
So ultimately what this does is either smokers have to buy more cigarettes to get the same amount of nicotine, or the cartel just starts up a black market where they can sell cigarettes from other countries.
Cigarettes are going to be illegal now? Well,
no,
not illegal.
They're trying to limit the amount of nicotine that is allowed in cigarettes.
Isn't nicotine the best part of cigarrettes?
It's the only part that isn't technically killing you, but it's also the addictive
That's the
part.
best part. That's crazy.
Flaw, you know that just reminded me of was that Key and Peele skit, the Black Ice skit. Did you ever see that?
I've seen it. Dude, I've seen every episode, but I don't remember it.
So it's two white news anchors, and they're like, "Oh man, you got to be on the watch for black ice because it's really dangerous out there, and it makes things really uncomfortable." And
they just start talking about things like black guys.
To the weather guy, it's like Jordan Peele, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, well," and then whatever the other guy is like,
Michael Key, Key.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh well, there's nothing wrong with black ice. It's just as bad as white ice."
Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that sketch.
That's why I don't get.
It's just that the black ice is like, you can't see me.
Fucking bro, that's New Hampshire, bro. That was a big thing every single year, man. Black ice took a lot of people out.
Took a lot of people out.
Black ice taking people out, dude.
Number one killer.
Yeah,
New Hampshire. It's that black ice.
You better watch out for it, bro.
You can't watch out for it. You can't see it.
The prohibition thing.
Just tell the black ice to smile, and then we could see it.
Yeah, that's what we do in New Hampshire.
Oh, now we're just taking it racist, huh?
Not even.
Not cool.
That flaws rappers.
No subtlety.
Black ice.
I almost was black ice.
Oh.
But then it sounded like crack.
But then John Cena started doing the "you can't see me" thing, and it wasn't cool anymore.
Justin Trudeau did it too.
Stole my whole fucking flow. Huh?
No, he just did blackface.
Blackface.
Yeah, really blackface. Justin Trudeau.
He did blackface to do a brown man.
Because he went African.
It was Indian,
Persian, or Indian. Yeah.
No, most Indians are black.
True. True. They don't like to tell you that part.
There's a huge internet win that we haven't touched on real quick that we should probably quickly.
Internet win?
Dude, I don't know. Well, we could talk about that. Yeah. Well, there's a win from here. Let me share it.
Just whip it out.
Add to stage. Jared has
the
He's gonna yell Jared. That's crazy.
Sorry, my brain shut off for a second.
Jared.
Someone named Jared in your house. I thought you were literally trying to call someone.
We're talking about the jewelry store. What the fuck are we talking about here? Who the fuck is Jared?
No, we're talking about Jared,
the boy guy that went to jail.
So it looks like he won in court. He was able to. He
didn't win in court. They settled.
Or they settled. Sorry.
Crowder has to pay for all of his legal fees and also some other settlement.
That's pretty much a win.
Will not be disclosed publicly.
Oh, is this not gay Jared or whatever?
Not gay Jared.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if I remember seeing him. I just know
About 5 years ago, I think he was on. He was on before Quarter Black. I think.
Okay. Yeah. Then I definitely I never caught him then. So I've watched Crowder occasionally here and there, but like I've never been like a consistent watching him thing.
I watched him when Garrett was on there and Dave was on there, but then like Crowder's just not funny, so it's only funny when it's Dave and Garrett.
I mean, the show has become too rehearsed because they do a full walkthrough of the show before they do the show. So I mean, the jokes that they all sit there and try to act like are off the cuff, are just not off the cuff.
Yeah,
they rehearsed everything before they did it. So I mean, I would prefer if they would just do a live show like we all do, and things happen.
Yeah, things just naturally become funny.
I have enjoyed Crowder for a long time, but
I think if it's the right person,
it has become
funny.
very, very scripted.
I think even with scripts, though, it can be funny if you got the right people delivering it. I think Crowder's just fucking terrible at that.
It can, but also if you're going to use a script, don't do a rehearsal run through beforehand, because that's what Landau
that's
made
what
it
all
seem
shows
like.
do.
That's how they do.
A lot of live shows do rehearsals before they do. They like do room reads, and then they
like Saturday Night Live and stuff like that. Obviously, they rehearse beforehand, but your audience has never seen it before, right? And so if you've got people in the room that are essentially there to kind of laugh at the jokes and kind of like move the conversation along, if they've heard all of the, I mean, like you could do it with just the people that are going to be telling the jokes and maybe like a producer or something like that. But if you're going to have the whole team in there, then it's not going to come off as them being authentic when they laugh at a joke they've heard 2 or 3 times.
I mean, but I think if the jokes are funny, then the audience who is watching it on camera should be able to laugh at it. I just think it's just bad execution by them. I just think that they're not funny. I think if you're a funny comedian, you could have, doesn't matter if it's rehearsed or not, you could still make the people who are watching it could translate on camera, I think, still. But I think that they suck.
I agree. But the comedian that they got to replace Landau, I don't find him funny at all.
Yeah, no. And Dave's good at freestyling. He did add like off the cuff jokes when he's in there.
That's what he apparently got yelled at for.
Yeah.
I told to shut up because the sign
don't be that funny. You don't want actual funny.
I can't figure out what Crowder's just not good at, because he does have moments where he's funny, but I also don't think he's trying to be funny. Like but I can't tell. Like there's something off about what he does. He
sweats
Crowder
too much.
Still does stand up. I mean, the thing is,
his stand up's bad too. Though
the thing with Crowder is they do a lot of research, so they are spot on.
They're good. It's a good show for information, for sure.
Yeah, it's great for information. It's not that funny anymore. Some of the skits are funny. Some of the song parodies are funny. But he was far more effective in the Change My Mind type stuff.
Change My Mind was fire.
Than he is on Louder with Crowder, because it just feels too produced.
Change My Mind is definitely better.
It's really stuffy. Like his like too tense. Like it just feels like it
feels like everyone's scared.
Yeah.
It feels like everyone's on eggs trying.
You can't have funny, and that's the problem. Why get comedians if you don't want them to be funny? Plain and simple.
Yeah.
You took Brian Callen, the guy who's been doing comedy for 30 fucking years,
made him not funny somehow.
Made him not funny. Yeah.
Somehow he wasn't funny. Yeah. And I love Brian Callen.
I did want to bring up too. I was on Side Scrollers, and we almost went over this, but we ran out of time. It was Rumble was tweeted on January 3rd about Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO, asked if they should launch Rumble Music.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I didn't say anything, I didn't tweet about it, but like my initial thought is slow the fuck down.
You didn't even get gaming over. They swear they like won gaming over.
No,
they got the doc, man. It's over. They got the doc.
But
we win.
We talked about that. They didn't get the doc. He's still doing it on YouTube and then just doing an exclusive segment on Rumble.
It's like, but our under 15 audience went through the roof.
Yeah.
Rumble's biggest problem is nobody can trust the numbers, because I can do 1,500 views on Rumble live with only 10 people in the
chat. With having 3 comments.
Chatting.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anybody chat that wasn't already in the chat for multiple weeks before.
Yeah. You know how I know there's a bot? When Jesse was not only when he passed out, but when he left the screen blank for 5 hours, there were still 13 people watching a black screen.
Yeah.
There was
maybe
every
maybe
video
they
I
passed
get
out too.
Every
Well, I
live
tried to get as
stream-
many people to come over and watch when he passed out, but then he sort of woke up and then thought, "Oh, look, there's some meat. I'm going to have some more."
All right, what's the point you were trying to make, Shags?
So every single live stream that it stays on there as a VOD gets a comment that says, "Hey, the Shagsworth, I really like your comment or your whatever. Like, but it could be better. You should contact me." It's like, what, bro?
Yeah, and you never respond to me.
I get the same thing on Twitter, though.
I get the same thing on fucking Twitch.
DMs
I get the same
constantly
thing
on Twitter.
Me too.
Apparently, there's a lot of 38-year-olds that are in my area.
Rumble
They
definitely
just want to be
has
friends.
And I get a lot of Asian women coming over and would just like to meet you because she would like to make new friends here.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, and it's true. The numbers on Rumble are a little sketch because of some of the way they count things and stuff like that. But at the exact same time, like YouTube's numbers aren't exactly 100% accurate either.
YouTube's numbers are way more trustworthy.
True, but that's also because of Google and all the analytics and the fact that they track you with everything you do. But you'll still have like 10 people like live in your chat the entire time. But then when you get off stream, it's like, well, you had 75 viewers. Well, it's because some people came in and some people left.
But they're transparent about the fact that your number added up is people going in,
people
and
actually clicking on it. Whereas Rumble, if you are on any page where anybody can see you, it counts as a raw view.
Yeah.
Unique views are those who actually click in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And even then, I'm speculative of that.
Yeah.
It seems like they're just putting the phrase is what, the horse before the cart or whatever. Like, I still don't understand that damn thing, but like but there's so much
supposed to be before the cart.
There's always like, it looks nice. The UI is looking nice and better, but like, there's a lot of stuff on the back end that just like it's just shit.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't set up multiple.
You don't know impression rates, click through rates. You don't even know how long someone's been on your video for.
Yeah, there's no stats about how long somebody watched.
Yeah.
Right. Cream NATO
watch hours don't exist over there.
Right.
I mean, it's just somebody either saw the stream or didn't.
Yeah.
And you don't even know that because somebody saw your thumbnail or didn't.
And if they gave all that information, you'd be able to know verifiably that there's bots. So they are going to hold.
But that's also how they can claim that Bongino's the largest podcast in America, and Dr. Disrespect is doing huge numbers, and everybody that they claim is doing large numbers. It's like, okay, I believe Bongino probably is doing huge numbers, because I listen to him almost daily.
But no, he definitely is one of them that's doing numbers. Yeah.
But are the numbers what the numbers are? The numbers that they are telling us
because of that.
Because if Bongino, if they're saying the raw numbers instead of the unique numbers, it's a major difference because he's on the front page every day. So everybody who sees the thumbnail would be counted as a raw viewer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, none of that. Every single video, every other page, it's always there. Like they say, there's not an algorithm to push. I'm like, that's bullcrap.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have an algorithm now. They
know what they're doing.
Yeah, the algorithm's definitely there now.
I don't know that they have the algorithm. I think they just push Bongino and the bigger names to the front every morning and say, we know they're going live. We've got contracts with
people
them.
They
they're going to the front page.
Yeah, people they have contract with definitely hit the front.
I used to make the front page every Saturday. Every Saturday night for sports, I made the front page. This season of NHL, haven't made the front page once.
Yeah.
They no longer cycle it, but I don't know that they've thrown an algorithm into it.
Well, and honestly, like, be honest with everyone that if you think that any of these big platforms are going to like platform small streams, like in Brahma, I'm not saying you don't deserve to be platformed. What I'm saying is they will not do it because you won't make them money, and there's no financial incentive for them to put you over Barstool Sports or Bongino or whoever else is doing whatever. So,
I understand that, but if you're also the only thing live at Saturday night talking about sports, literally the only live stream going on a Saturday night at 10 o'clock talking about sports in the sports category, maybe you should be in the sports category as a live show.
And that's why I've kind of always been on the fence about all this. And I've said, like, I don't fully trust what they're doing. Do I want to see him succeed? Absolutely. But I don't believe for a second that they're all about the small guy and they're this and that. Like,
no, they're
if
not.
you were, then you would be at the top of that sports category. Because that's what matters.
Well,
if they cared,
I've made $450 over memberships and Rumble rants over the past year and a half. I've gotten 2 payouts total.
What do you mean?
How long did it take you to get them?
I don't have the button. I am one of the accounts that they've got me set up.
You got to email them.
No, it's because I've
gotten a lot of people that button.
I can get the button if I stop paying for Rumble Premium. They will give me the button, but as long as I'm on Rumble Premium, they consider me a different type of creator than somebody who doesn't have the button.
I literally just emailed them.
The payout
that was my issue.
Where you just click pay now anytime.
That was my issue, but I emailed them and they gave me a button. And I've had a lot of other people who had that same issue. I told them to email them and they got the button. There's a button that says cash out. When you
I talked all the way up to the person directly below Chris, and they said, if you're gonna continue to be in Rumble Premium, we can't do anything about it. You get paid out when you hit the thresholds.
I've literally gotten people the button just from emailing them multiple times.
It's been about a year.
I need help with the button.
It's been about a year since I've asked. I just kind of finally was just like, okay, I get paid when I get paid, because it's not like I'm making. It's not like I'm making a ton of money over there. I mean, $400 in a year. I am appreciative of it, but
over
it's not going to make or
bro.
break my budget.
I get paid out on the 31st of every month from Rumble.
I literally click a button and I get 7 days. I get my money. 8 days. I get my money.
Yeah. It used to be like 2 weeks, so they've definitely shortened the time on that for the payout thing. But I'm set up on the same system where they pay me out every month because they consider me. I guess they consider me a content creator.
I'm still pissed at Flawed never raided me back when they were doing the raids.
Flawed, you.
I didn't choose anyone. I didn't choose not one raid, and I wish I could have.
With you, bud.
Bro, they played me. They're like, "Yeah, you're the host. You're the host," and I'm like, "Yeah, we should raid these people." They didn't listen. Chris was on his phone, like, "Let's raid this person. Let's raid this person. Let's raid it." And I'm like, "Okay, so I'm just sitting here then. Okay, so I really don't even have a say in anything. All right, be your fucking dance monkey."
Let me read this real quick from Cream NATO with the 5 Canadian ruples. Make a website that has discoverability first. Also, I don't see woke music streaming services as a problem people care about. I think
Bryson Gray cares about that.
That's true.
I mean, you could have someone like him or Tom McDonald run or be the face of that.
Tom McDonald would never.
Probably not. No, that's the shit. He wants to be independent. Like he doesn't want to.
He would never do that. Yeah.
I think it's one of those things. The way, because I've got Chris and all those guys on like Twitter notifications, so I see it whenever they give out updates on Rumble and stuff like that. And basically, what he said is the only reason
I Rumble muted on my Twitter.
Okay. He said basically the only reason they're launching it is because it's ready to go. That's the reason why they're doing it, is because the software and the way they had everything happen ended up developing a lot faster than what they expected it to, and that's the reason why they're launching it early.
Walking over dollars to pick up pennies.
Dumb.
Like it's stupid. They're like, they have so much work to do, like elsewhere. Like I understand if you have the technology there, but like just it's not going.
That's a dumb statement. Yeah, I built a rocket in my backyard. I'm not ready to get in it and fly to the moon. Like it's like,
Wait, what?
If it's there, a rocket in my backyard, why hold on to it?
Because it's not done. They're lying.
They're not even done with.
It's not
gaming.
What's the point of it? Is it supposed to be like a Spotify app?
Yeah.
Like,
what is it really? Because you can upload music to it right now.
You can close out and continue playing it in the background without having to pay extra on YouTube or stuff like that, like what you do with them.
YouTube music is crap. I mean, unless you go make a playlist,
that'll be behind a paywall within a year. Like
that shit's just dumb.
The problem, like Rumble's not gonna be any different than anyone else. They'll start off different, but they need to make money. They're gonna paywall that at some point. And like I said, there's nothing that they could put out, like if it's ready tomorrow, that's going to compete with the services that are better. If you want to take over something, you need to make Rumble Gaming better than Twitch, better than Kick, better than YouTube. Like you need to find your way to at least compete with them on the same level. And right now they don't. I would much rather.
Dude, they don't even have a good. They don't even have a decent ad campaign. Like they're not going to be able to beat the Google when it comes to the numbers and the things that. So they need to have something like a slogan, a phrase, something that at least draws people in.
It just says free speech.
But yeah,
That's
exactly.
it, just free speech.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but literally, like if it just says Rumble and literally just says Rumble and just says free speech, that's
awesome.
It needs something because people don't associate it with anything at the moment, and that's the problem. Like
people associate it with racists. If you really look in certain places on Twitter, when people see the Rumble icon, they're like, "Yeah, that's where the racists are at."
Well, they
associate that
far right, alt right, just because they see it as a political platform.
Yeah,
even though there is other stuff going on there besides political talk.
They need to fix that. They need to have rumbling something as a turn of a phrase. Like people use the term Googling it. They didn't invent that term. We invented that term.
Yeah.
Right.
So like they need to be able to push a marketing strategy that brings the name Rumble into common vernacular. But they won't. They're just like we're gonna get a freaking pedophile on the board and everything's gonna be great.
Well, this is why also to Cream NATO's point, like you need to make something that like on a fundamental level works really good. And then Static is even saying it too. Like there's some like fundamental changes like at the code level that need to be made. That's just like utter trash right now. And once they get that dialed in, it becomes something that people just gravitate to because it works really well. Not because it's a free speech platform. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a bonus, but that's when things start happening where they're making up terms like, I got to Google this, or like, oh, we're going to go Rumble over, on this website. This is where
they're just not doing anything new. So there's just nothing that they're not innovating anything.
But
in reality,
what we see as the bonus of free speech, to Flaud's point, with everybody saying that it's a racist platform, most people on the left are going to equate free speech with the right and the alt-right, and
somehow Twitter got over
that they can be racist all they want. I mean,
because everybody was already
that's
on
ultimately
but
what
that doesn't mean
when somebody says
really
we want free speech, that's what you get.
People hear Twitter. If they really cared about the actual racism, they wouldn't be using Twitter. It's really because of the functionality, the utility of Rumble. Exactly what Shag just said. They don't have anything that works well. That's if it was racist, it wouldn't matter. If they had a good product, people would be there regardless.
And it works. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's a mid product
or a good marketing
campaign.
It's a good product or good marketing campaign. If you get both, then
marketing is important. Marketing is the most important for sure.
And I don't want people to
examples of things like that Rumble could do to improve it, because I hear a lot of people saying a lot of generality. I hear a lot of people saying a lot of generalities, but
that's the exact point. It's not our job to come up with that. It's their job to come up with that, and they have to figure out a way to be useful. If we could figure that out, we could make a fucking app. We could make something.
So you're just armchair quarterbacking then.
Okay. No. In reality, you have to hold on. In reality, you just have to be better than other apps. It's not even armchair quarterbacking. Just be better than other apps. They're not better at anything than any other app.
What do they need to do to be better?
I'll give you a couple examples right now. Their mobile app is total garbage. It doesn't work.
It literally doesn't work better. That's the whole thing.
The other thing is I can't plan out two live streams. I can't.
Right.
So that in and of itself is just stupid.
Set up
and you don't have analytics.
Set up the next one.
If you ask them for extra slots, they will give you extra slots.
I shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to ask for that.
Okay, and guess what? If you pay for premium too, you can also schedule.
Shouldn't have to pay.
You shouldn't
I
have
pay
to
for
pay
premium, and I don't get it.
You don't got to do that on YouTube.
This is what I mean. If you want to
compete,
if you want to compete in this, you have to at least give people the features that are offered on these other major platforms. And if not, people are going to go to those other platforms because, hey, I don't have to pay for that. I don't have to send an email.
Exactly why I went to Twitch.
And I need to be able to trust.
Let me finish answering Jesse's question. The other thing that they need to do on the gaming side, they need to gamify the chat. Twitch does this in a really good way. Allow people to buy a currency that can interact and allow streamers to also integrate with their API to make, with OBS and that's going to require other software engineers to do that. And that
they don't even have an API. That's the problem.
And that's yes. And again, like these are all things that would totally boost interaction because you need that right now. I have Rumble rants, which
Rumble,
is great.
There is a Rumble Studio. It's not even Rumble Studio. There is another program that they've actually got that's made independent, and it will do all of those things that Twitch does. Like it has little pop-ups. It'll have little pop-ups whenever you send a super chat. It'll pop up
on Twitch already.
It'll make a noise.
Right. Don't spend $50 million on getting some dickhead to endorse it. Pay the engineers to get that. Yeah. Buy the company out. Like incorporate that.
True.
And my biggest issue as a creator is transparency.
Yep.
I do not trust the numbers. When they're telling me I'm getting 1,500 views and I see the same 10 to 20 people in my chat, I do not trust anything that they're saying. Which also affects your ERPM because you can't trust the numbers that they're giving you on that.
Yep. So I left. That's another reason, because of the functionality with the chat, because there's not enough to like keep the chat entertained during like chat. In my chat in Twitch, they could just gamble points away and use those points for something. And there's all these different functions you could use just with.
I feel like you're attacking me with that point.
Keywords. I am specifically, because you never win in my chat. It's set up against you in my chat. I'll make sure you lose in my fucking chat.
And it sounds like we're attacking Rumble.
I'm not.
They just need to grow up. They're a young platform, and they need the time to grow up. But at the same time, they're a secondary platform at this point.
I have Rumble tatted. I want Rumble to win because I feel stupid with this tat on my body if they lose, to be honest.
I would love Rumble I would love Rumble to blow up. I've got stock in Rumble. Too. I will not lie. I've got plenty of stock in Rumble because I believe in it. I believe in Bongino as a partial owner. I believe in a lot of the partial owners in the company. And I believe that they are going to keep it as free as they can. But it has to be a usable platform. It's not some place where you can grow that easily. Unless you're a big name,
you can't grow.
You're not growing.
Yeah, it's not
because there's no discoverability on Rumble.
And that's been my biggest complaint is the discoverability.
Who's the biggest Rumble star?
Dan
Bongino, probably.
That started on the platform
easily.
Well, he didn't
start part of it.
He started
people that started on the platform. I mean, you're talking small creators. You're talking Mrs. Ma'am. You're talking Silver Fox. I mean, Rankin's out there in the chat. Rankin's like that. Fuse Ages.
But there was a Rumble before that.
Say what?
There was a Rumble before that. Rumble's been around for a while now.
Well, I know. I've been on Rumble since the boxing gloves.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been there when it was a competition app and it wasn't just a video platforming app.
But like, who from that time is like big? They should be the biggest people on Rumble.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've complained about several times was Rumble needs to be investing in their own creators instead of investing in buying other people's creators, right? And that's been because I had the exact same argument when we heard Dr. Disrespect was coming in. Like, I understand why they did it, but I was like, why aren't you building your own homegrown people? Why aren't you making a Dr. Disrespect? Why aren't you making somebody that's already
No.
So many people that stream strictly to Rumble.
I'm gonna throw a T, or not technical, but like timeout. This is where I disagree with people. I think that the only thing that these platforms are responsible for are giving everyone that like sort of equal playing field where like that, like like everything can feed into each other. And it took Twitch a long time to get there. Because ultimately, this is on the creator, and I hate to break it to everyone. I don't think it is. A lot of this is luck. A lot of this whole thing is luck. I think the platform needs to be stable enough, and I think there needs to be tools there for everyone to use. But this is, at the end of the day, if this is what people are trying to do to make a living, this is a small business that you got to spend time in. You got to make connections in. You got to spend time in other people's chats. You got to network with them. And like I said, in some small ways, hope to get a little bit of luck and like get a big raid or something. And then you got to be entertaining to retain that. Again, I've been talking a lot about how Dr. Disrespect coming to this platform is great, but we're not going to see the actual like the retention from that and for years.
There won't be any.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't.
I really don't believe there will be.
But what I'm saying is Rumble is not responsible for making me big. I'm responsible.
Rumble is responsible for not spending money on big creators when they can put it into the site. That's the thing. Why are you?
They can throw the money down the toilet if they want. if they want to throw the money,
that's why they suck. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, well,
that's the issue. It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want, but their issue is that they're not placing their focus or money in the places that actually would benefit creators and make more creators want to come. If they made a small star, then more small stars would come, believing that they could grow. That's what happened. That's why so many people want to be influencers. Some people want to be YouTubers. Some people want to be Twitch streamers. Some people want to be TikTokers because these people make stars on their app. That's what it is. And that's why you get people wanting to use it. And then those users become consumers and they become viewers. And that's how it works. But instead you sign a Dr. Disrespect, which like kills everybody's morale. Cause it's like, what does that do?
Those apps, the reason that those apps are creating stars is back to fundamentals, right? Like,
good app.
Pros are because they're good at the small things, not because they can hit a home run every time. They get where they are at because they do all the little things right constantly. And so again, Twitch does it right. I mean, again, there's problems with all these platforms, but like they all, to some extent or another,
they're spending money in the wrong places.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, for sure. I don't know why that people are still signing big names the way they are, because that doesn't work.
It doesn't do anything.
No, it never has.
Platforms before.
It just makes money. Like Kick does that. They sign a bunch of big streamers. Those streamers go there for a year, take the money, and dip. They go back to the regular platform.
Casino money, gambling money backing it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it hasn't helped Twitch. It hasn't helped Kick. They have a lot of money. They sign these streamers. It doesn't help them. Aiden Ross is the only person who has helped that app.
Well, I mean, on Rumble, what should be the easiest thing to start in the world?
A stream.
A music react channel.
Because
they do not copyright claim anything.
The last level form of entertainment. I agree with you, Brian. It doesn't take much effort, or skill. Yeah, like I agree.
Right, but they can't draw any. None of them are growing, and you literally do not get copyright claim on Rumble for playing a full music video and reacting to it.
I'm the only reaction channel who has grown on you on Rumble. That's the only thing. But I brought my audience. I brought the audience from YouTube. So
yeah, and that's what's so dumb about that. That's one of the things they should be promoting, because we do our Creature Commandos review over there with me and Sunker on Thursday nights, and we don't get copyright hit because we know Warner Brothers is the worst and the YouTube system's abused. Same thing on Sunday nights with Grant and I and her. We do the Doctor Who stream, right? That's what boggles my mind is why they don't promote that.
Because they would have to DMCA if they grew. If that actually became a thing on that site, you would get DMCA'd.
It's still fair use.
YouTube
stopped caring about fair use.
But that doesn't matter. They'll DMCA you. Look at Twitch. If you play something on one of these apps, if they have too much of an audience on that app and you play something, they will sue you. They'll come for the site. They will.
But Twitch, it was literally people putting on a TV show and walking away off the stream for hours.
Any copyright on Twitch now is muted. You just get muted.
It doesn't matter. But you're just not going to get free. You're not going to get free play of people's shit. That's if it grows, it's going to get DMCA. The site is going to they're going to come after you, after the site, not after you.
Right. And it's one of those things is where you just have to say, you just have to hope that maybe at some point they've got the balls to push back against it, because it is free. It is fair to
push back, but they don't. Yeah, you're absolutely
because
right.
Because it's the thing is like it is fair use. If I'm watching and reviewing a show with a co-host where we're pausing things and we're talking over stuff, it's completely definition fair use. Yeah, and that's the thing. I honestly think that's when I said I wish Rumble would pick that fight. I really do. That's a fight they need to pick.
I hope they
go out there and go, I'm going to promote everybody's shit. I'm going to talk to everybody about all this kind of nonsense. And guess what? We're going to go ahead. Warner Brothers, come after me, bro. Warner Brothers, come after me. Come after me.
Warner Brothers don't come after me. Just get Jesse. Just Jesse alone. I'm not opposed.
The problem is
they have too much money. Rakes.
What's up, everybody?
The problem is that Rumble can't keep taking on these fights, man. Like everyone says, fight. All these lawsuits, class action lawsuits, they cost money. They're not free.
They do.
And someone's got to pay for them. And at the end of the day, like
they have to. Some of them aren't.
That's what I mean. Like I'm all for like this. I want the platform to succeed. They're putting their energy in the wrong spots. It's just in my opinion. And I invited Ryken tonight here because he streams full time.
He's a Rumble guy.
Yeah. He's a Rumble guy. He's my Rumble. I met you at Vegas.
Yeah.
But that is also the way to do it, I think, because we complain that our YouTube audience does not go over to Rumble. I mean, we cannot get the same audience on Rumble, but that's because we still offer them the YouTube side.
Well, and it's like that's how I used to get people to move over. We do exclusive hours and stuff like that. I mean, Rumble was my fallout shelter when my first YouTube channel got nuked. Yeah. Because I always told everybody, you need to make an account over there. I know the app's not the best, but if anything happens to us over on YouTube, which happens all of the time, hey.
But that's the biggest problem, though, is that they need to work on the app.
That's the key.
I think that's the biggest setback for Rumble right now is the mobile app. The mobile app is garbage. It is hot garbage. And I love Rumble, and I will continue to stream on Rumble. I will continue to bat for Rumble, but the app is hot garbage. And if they don't fix the app, the user experience, like people are not going to go there because that is probably going to be 90% of people's experience is the app. Right now, I think their biggest viewer is TV. It's like
that's wild.
And
it should be
that's not interaction.
Phone. Yeah. You can't like nobody's going to interact on the TV. You need mobile for interaction. Like people will interact on
people
PC
who have a keyboard connected to their TV.
Yeah, exactly. People will interact with the website. Like the website's much better than it used to be, but that still needs some slight improvements. But like they need to focus on mobile because that's going to be where you're going to get 90% of interactions. And that like if you don't have that mobile like down, then you're not going to get those users to come over from YouTube.
Everyone has a fucking phone, you know?
Yeah, because like YouTube's mobile interaction is spectacular. Twitch's mobile interaction is pretty damn good.
Twitch could
as
be
well.
better. Twitch could be better, but YouTube
could be better, but YouTube is on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you exclusively stream on Rumble, Rankin, or do you on Twitch too?
I've tried to do Twitch. I've tried to do Twitch and Kick, but all I get is bots on Twitch and Kick.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
And and I think with Twitch, what helps is like if you're like have like people that you know on Twitch that like have like a small following at least, and then you could be like rating each other and stuff. That's what and I think I stream at such weird times that I don't know anybody that streams on Twitch that like streams at the same time I do.
Honestly, the thing people got to realize about Twitch, and like I said right before you came on, is that there's a lot of cool people on there, and if you spend time in other people's streams, like right after you're done, just like pop into some random person's stream, kind of look around at who's playing your game. Like you'd be surprised at who you might find. And even like before you go live, like drop into someone like maybe a bigger stream before you usually go live and just interact in there. And just like, I mean, don't tell people you stream because that's fucking cringe as fuck, but just let people know that you're around or, like
that's how I started streaming was going in someone else's stream. It inspired me to stream. And then I joined that community and off to the races since then.
That was like majority of my like interactions when I first came on Rumble. I was just chatting in people's streams, and then I was just streaming on top of that. But I didn't really tell people I was streaming. I was just like in people's streams, just chatting, and then they saw that I was streaming, and then they came into my stream. So I agree that like you kind of like that's like definitely something to do. Like I probably should do a little bit more on Twitch. So
that's the key on Twitch, bro.
I mean,
honestly, you'd be surprised how many people are on Twitch that are like not crazy, like leftists.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of normal people.
And use tags. If you don't use tags, you should use them. I've gotten so many people.
I never
use
you're
flags. Libertarian, bro. And I'm like, well, I just kind of use it as like a, and they're still drop. But the people are using
that you actually, when you switch a game, that you actually switch.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Everything on Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, Jesse. Like that to me, that's got to be day one shit. I should be able to switch to a game. Now I know
you can't do that on Rumble.
No.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can pick game.
I thought you could switch your game midstream now on Rumble.
Yeah, it's janky though. So like Rumble needs to have like how Twitch and Kick have it, where it's just just like a studio setup to where you can just you're right in there. You can switch it right there because like you have to go into settings. You have to go to your video. You have to click on the settings on your video, and then you can edit it.
You can literally type it in the chat on Twitch. If you have a bot, you can just type that shit. That is changes.
Yeah, that shows you how little I've actually used Twitch. I had no idea.
Yeah, Twitch has all the functionality, bro.
Yeah, that was like
the video on demand stuff. Like I wouldn't want to switch my game midstream unless I was like going to like change the whole thing.
I just cut my streams up. So I could do gaming in my stream. I could do music in my stream. I could do just chatting, and I could chop it up and put it on 3 different YouTube channels.
Last night for my gaming stream, we had 4 people show up. So we started with party animals for 45 minutes, and then we were like, there's only 4 of us. Let's go play a 4-player game that we we can't normally play because normally we have 6 to 8
too many people. Yep.
Right.
So we went and played a different game, and yeah, my stream just says Party Animals on YouTube because that's what we started playing and that's what we were planning on playing, but we didn't play that for 2.5 hours out of the 3.5 hour stream.
See, I don't leave my streams up like that. All my streams get unpublished immediately because I want to turn it into content. So then if you want to see it again, you could just go look at wherever the fuck it's going to get posted.
My channel is so miscellaneous, potpourri.
Yeah,
crap.
see, that's why
I do a gaming stream on Tuesdays, I do a hockey stream on Saturday, and I do the political stream on Sunday.
Yeah,
and I'm
YouTube
on
Are you doing all that
channels.
No, I don't.
What'd you say?
That's why I like
Are you doing all that? Are you cutting it up? And then
Yeah, I do everything. I do everything. Yeah, I do. So I'm starting a wrestling channel too, but I have the reaction channel. I have a secondary solo reaction channel. I have a gaming channel, and now I'm starting a wrestling channel. I have a shorts channel now because YouTube hates when you put everything on the same channel. So now I switch it into everything. Now I have a channel for each thing now.
So you're going with like Greco-Roman wrestling so that you can see everybody's package, or
absolutely, yeah.
Nice.
That's members only though.
Yeah, and Claude's right too, because I do the same thing with my live streams. My daily ones, I unlist them and cut the videos out of those ones, and then like my gaming channel, I'll stream my games on my main channel, but they only stay live on my gaming channel. They get unlisted from YouTube, and I leave everything live on Rumble because Rumble doesn't give a fuck.
I have everything unlisted on Rumble. I put that on locals.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I just don't have enough people on locals to worry about it too much. But yeah, like that's the way you got to do it. And there was a point too where like there was so much gaming news going on for like 3 months that I didn't have space on my main channel for it. I was like, I got to put this on the other channel. It's fucking wild the way you have to do that shit. That's the game you got to play though.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying because YouTube, like, they should allow you to just do whatever you want, but I guess the algorithm.
Well, and that's what it comes down to, right? It's a mathematical equation, and the math, math doesn't like chaos, right?
Yeah.
Chaos breaks math. And so if you're not doing that's why it's always been so hard for me to grow, because I do news, I do Hollywood entertainment news, but it's like, because you're talking about Marvel, you're talking about DC, you're talking about Lord of the Rings, you're talking about all this different stuff. It's like the algorithm hates that. Yeah. It's so hard to grow as a news channel just because of the variety issue.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
But it's worth the grind.
It is. Like, even as a music reaction channel, like it's music, but if it's different artists, it's different artists, different genres. Like it's treated like fucking 5 different channels. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'll have some of if I do like a Warhammer 40K video, because my algorithm plugged me into a Warhammer 40K corner, like that would get like 25,000 views. Biggest fucking video I've ever had was a Warhammer 40K video, and it had me pigeonholed.
Play another game, it's going. Yep, that's how it goes, bro. That's how it goes.
Reckon, what are you seeing as far as views on Rumble? Like the unique versus the raw. Are you growing the unique, or is it still the raw is the only thing that seems to be big numbers? I mean,
when you're
talking about the transparency of Rumble's numbers earlier.
I honestly haven't been looking the last couple months.
It's smart not to be honest.
Yeah, I don't ever check that stuff just because it's just like, am I getting interactions on my streams or am I not? And that's just kind of all I really pay attention to.
No matter how many views you get, it's not enough either, because then it fluctuates. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's why
I get mad views, and sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low. And like high is great, but then you're like, it's gonna be low tomorrow, and then like no matter what, you can't even celebrate your fucking wins when you're reading numbers. It's annoying.
Yeah, well, and like last like month and a half, 2 months, I've been like working a lot of overtime at my job, so like my streams have not been consistent. So I noticed that when I do stream, they're not really doing any numbers, just because it's like they have not been consistent, so people have kind of like dropped off.
Yep, I hate that shit. It sucks.
So I'm just trying to get back into like a normal streaming schedule so that I can grow back, like get back some of those viewers and stuff right now.
Yep.
Because I was doing pretty good the last couple, like before the last 2 months.
Yep.
And that's any platform you're on. Consistency and doing things at the exact same time every single time you do stuff on the same days is the biggest thing about maintaining your audience, right? Because if you can get them into that pattern, if you can get them into that rhythm that, hey, you know what? Hey, guess what? It's 11 a.m. I just got on my first lunch break. I just got on my first break at work. Oh, it's time for Common Nerd to start his news show. So let me pull that up and check in with him, And so as soon as you break that schedule, it throws everything off because people are like, well, he wasn't here today. Why am I going to check tomorrow? You know what I mean? And that's always the worst part when you got to take a day off for whatever reason. And it's the same thing. Like with you, you're working a bunch of overtime right now. So it's going to screw all that stuff up.
So 2 weeks in a row of fantabulous content creator content on the Midweek Hump.
Tim Hayes, who's that on my sweatshirt? So my wife got this for me for Christmas.
Is that Chris
McLean, isn't it?
Oh
no,
it's
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, it is
Whatever
Kiefer.
the fuck his name is.
I have an unhealthy obsession with the show.
Yeah.
Nice sweater. I like it.
That's gay.
I like the sweater.
What I want to do now is I want to get her a matching one, but him in Lost Boys because she loves like how he.
You should get him in Freeway. Have you ever seen Freeway?
No.
Where he plays the big bad wolf? No.
You should get
it's
him.
like Little Red Riding Hood.
Probably lying to me. That movie doesn't exist.
No, it's real. It's real. He's a rapist killer.
Young Guns.
Young Guns was good. I really liked him in that.
I've never seen it.
Before I forget, I don't want to forget because I want to make sure we touched on this. You guys know Abomination AJ? You guys know him?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on Twitter.
He did this
on Kill Tony.
avatar for me.
What?
He was on Kill Tony.
What?
Yeah, he posted a 30-second clip from it. So I want to play it so people could see.
Oh, he did a set?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Dude, Abomination Tate. Turn that up.
That's how you turn up the volume?
A-bomb.
That is shit.
Hey,
it's
cool to be here, but a lot of people hype Austin up like it's the promised land. Like, as soon as you get off the highway, you run into packs of motherfuckers sleeping together, drugged out, begging for money. And them just the comedians. Don't get me started on the homeless people. I'm sure there are good people on both sides.
Make some noise.
They asked him why did he get into comedy, and he went on. I think it was maybe a 3 or 4 minute like story about how him and his ex broke up, and then he went, well, to tell a long story short, and they just cracked him up
because it was already long.
Yeah, like Tony really liked him. He gave him a big joke book, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So my avatar, I commissioned AJ to do this. I gave him the idea. I wanted, a Brahma bull in a smoking jacket, drinking a bourbon.
That's cool.
And that was actually before I was wearing the smoking jacket on streams. So that was kind of what implemented buying the smoking jacket to wear on most of the streams.
Yeah.
Usually not this one because I'm not wearing that thing.
It's
20
cold
hours a
out
week.
right now.
Yeah, now you should wear it.
No, actually, the smoking jacket is quite hot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It'd be perfect for this time of year.
Yeah.
Instead of you coming to Dallas, Fort Worth in the middle of fucking summer and wearing that son of a bitch at a meetup.
But he did a great job on the avatar. It was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, it reflects a lot of things, for my YouTube personality thing, whatever it is.
Abomination AJ, he's fucking a talented dude. He's good people. I like him.
Yeah, I met him in Dallas, and he showed me a whole bunch of his drawings, and it was just like, all right, when I want an avatar, I'm going to him.
Yeah.
That was the first Dallas meetup, was the one he showed up at.
Yeah. I've only been to Vegas, and I went to Orlando. I went to, was it 3 years ago? I went to the Orlando meetup, and then Vegas twice. So
yeah, I made it to San Antonio this year because Griffin, it was his birthday week. Like it was his birthday. And so he took a week vacation, and he was like, dude, you have to come in San Antonio with us. You have to make it. So he made sure I could get there. And then he also made sure that we went to Houston for the Renaissance Festival with him, my wife and the baby. And the two smallest ones went to the Renaissance Festival with him up in, went with him up in Houston too. And so that was really cool. It was fun to see everybody in San Antonio and make sure that Flawed didn't show up because he was looking at his phone the entire time. He completely and totally forgot the meetup. It was pretty great. No, he's fucking frozen.
No, he's not
moving a little bit. No, I see his head still twitching. Yeah,
are you talking about me?
Yeah, dude.
Hell no.
Get out of my motherfucking business, bro. Get out of my motherfucking business, bro.
It's like a good 30 seconds here up there.
Nah, San Antonio was great though, because it's like San Antonio's only like a 2-hour drive for me. So that was
I almost
easy.
went.
Dude, I wish you would have. Dude,
I
San
almost
Antonio's
did.
a blast.
Yeah, me too.
I almost flew out to that one, but
I had pizza with Garrett like right before, and then I didn't make it.
And you didn't come to the fucking meetup.
So I didn't know there was a meetup because he was just like, "Hey, we're gonna come through your town and let's meet up." So his family came and like we ate pizza, and he's like, "I'm like, so what are y'all out here for?" He's like, "Going to the meetup," and I'm like, "And you didn't fucking tell me? Okay, fuck you then." But then he was like,
well, I mean,
nah, but then he was
like
like,
it
"Come,"
isn't
and I was
announced
like, "I
on
can't."
Twitter. Every one of Gary's
I don't be
shows,
seeing
every one
everything,
of
bro. I go on Twitter to fight about Drake and Kendrick. I don't see anything else. I don't see anything else.
Like 3 months.
All I know is Drake and Kendrick were beefing, bro. It took over my life for a little bit.
It took over Claude's life for like 6 months, man. That's all he was focusing on. Fuck coming hanging out with the fellowship. Fuck
I wish I would have. I really wish I would have, but it was just
right,
too
so next
last
year
minute.
you'll be there then. Next
Yeah,
year.
no, I'm coming. I'm coming next year. I'm coming next year.
I'm going to San Antonio now.
you mean this year?
Yeah, this year. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, thank you, Rankin.
Yeah.
Good
Wait. Which
We'll
meetup are you
talk
gonna
I'm
be
going
going
to.
to?
I'm going to Vegas
Oh, you going to Vegas this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas should be
and San Antonio because it's right down the street. But
Vegas is like end of March, right at the beginning of April.
Yeah.
And
then, middle of April.
Well, the CinemaCon is like March 30th through April 1st or something like that. So normally it's planned around the CinemaCon. And then we've typically got Dallas in June.
Yeah.
And that is the Comics Division Ripaverse meetup usually.
Yeah.
And then we'll have hopefully another San Antonio.
I'm sure they're going to, because that bar was super cool as fuck, and they're used to having nerd events at that bar too. Because I even asked a couple of the bartenders, I was like, "So, like, what do you guys think about all this? Having a bunch of fucking nerds in there?" And they're like, "No, we do nerd meetups and stuff like this before." She's like, "This isn't our first time," and I was really glad. I got to meet Eric, was in San Antonio, and so that was really cool because I've known his track coach for like almost a decade at this point. And that was really fucking cool to get to meet Ripa for the first time and get to see
the Dallas one this year was hilarious because somehow I ended up with all the VIP bracelets.
Was that the one where dude got arrested outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Like Eric July had his actual security there, and somehow I ended up with the VIP bracelets, like 3 sheets of them.
That's fuck.
So I'm like walking out to the line outside of the building, and it's like, hey, there's Kerry Smith bracelet, Brandon Morse bracelet. It's like I'm getting DMs all over the place, like, why are we in the line? I mean, weren't we guests? And it's like, yeah, I've got bracelets. We'll get you in.
Hold on, I'll just DM me on Twitter. I've got all the power. I'll get you in. Don't worry.
I mean,
follow me.
Follow me on Twitter. Big man at Dallas, dude.
If you show up in a freaking smoking jacket in Dallas in June with jeans and a button-down shirt and a tie in 100-degree weather, they assume that you're part of the event.
It's fair.
Weasel said that they might move
the
meetup to end of April. Oh, look at that.
For Vegas?
You like my lens?
Well, does anybody go to CinemaCon? I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to WrestleMania for sure. I don't have that kind of money, but
no,
you know.
And I don't care enough anymore.
I care.
No.
I
used to.
Hey, did you watch the Monday night?
Hell, my name is Brahma Bull.
I
streamed it. Good? Is it like
it was mid. It was mid. It was mid. Okay. But like the potential
late 90s, early 2000s. So I don't know.
Yeah. I was like I was streaming, but I was like texting with Tom because every time there's like because Tom used to be a wrestler, so every time there's like a wrestling event, I just sit there and just like tell him everything's trash. And
they're streaming it now on Netflix, right?
Yeah, Raw every Monday. Yeah.
How was that? How was like that in comparison to like the Jake Paul fight? Because like that, I know like Jake Paul fight was terrible.
Yeah,
like
there was none of
experience.
that. None of that bullshit. Yeah.
Okay.
With Raw. Yeah.
That's
was good.
The funny part about that is like we streamed that fight.
You didn't have an issue?
Didn't have any issue. It glitched
Bro,
out.
I couldn't even fucking watch it. I was pissed.
Dude, it literally glitched
I was
out like
barely able to watch it
3 times
I
on
watched
us.
it on
and
Twitter.
All we had to do, was refresh it. I was watching it on stream. I was watching it on the PC here because I think Sunker joined us. It was a Friday night. Sunker
I tried my phone, PC. I tried my TV. None of it.
I had people jumping in my stream on Rumble going, "Thank you for streaming this."
Yeah,
because
it was
it's not
fucked,
working
bro.
on my end, but Rumble
It was crazy. I was watching it on Twitch. I ended up watching it on TikTok. on Twitter. That's where I ended up watching it, was the Twitter stream. Because I was
Vlad, you're a big wrestling fan?
Yeah, I love wrestling. Yeah.
Do you know Etep Wokuian?
No.
So he's another YouTuber that's kind of come up through the fellowship group. And he was a professional wrestler.
He was an actual
wrestler. While. Yeah, he actually
professional wrestler turned kindergarten teacher turned professional wrestler again.
Was he like on like in the federation, like WWE?
No,
he was like independent.
He was independent stuff, but I mean, he still does streams where they go back and look at the old, you know,
when was he wrestling
and that kind of stuff. Well, from his playing card.
Hold up.
Let's see.
Put it back up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
He debuted in 2009.
2000. See, I stopped watching wrestling for a while and picked it back up in like 2015.
Yeah, but it might be somebody you might want to connect with at some point, just to hang out and talk wrestling with. Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing some after show.
Because he does like 3 shows a week that are reviewing old wrestling pay-per-views and Raws that were actually important, that kind of thing. So
yeah,
I know the guy who
Etep's a good guy.
There's a guy who I used to stream with and game with all the time. Like right when I started on Twitch, he like created West Coast Pro Wrestling, like his own wrestling circuit. So it's like out of the Bay Area that they do, but they tour around. But he makes up like the whole storylines and everything. Has been going for like 5 years now. Killing it.
Wrestling is slept on, bro. It gets bad rap. I was happy to see Mike defending it today on Twitter.
Yeah, well, he's wrestled under the name Pete Daddy Dalla.
That's a crazy name.
Daddy.
Well, he's
crazy.
An incredibly Jewish man. Who also thinks he's very much a black man.
MJF is Jewish, very Jewish. He's one of my faves. Yeah. Reagan could be a wrestler.
I'll get you hooked up. Why am I full screen?
Because you're beautiful. You look like Steve Austin a little bit.
Sorry about that.
I don't have the cardio for wrestling.
But you could be a wrestler. You could do flips and shit. If you got your cardio down, you could legit be a wrestler.
No,
I got a question
and
for
a bunch of steroids.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for Rakin. I've been watching you for a while, and there's one question that's been bugging me for a while. What are you? I cannot pick ethnicity.
Are you like a 132nd black? Like
he's Mexican, bro.
Mexican and Asian. Mexican and Asian.
Yeah, he's a Mexican of Asians. Is what he is.
Yeah. So I'm a quarter Filipino, and then just some form of white.
Some form of white.
Yeah, one of those whites. I don't know.
German or something along those lines.
Either way, the white people came over and fucked his people, and now he's here.
Yeah,
that's
what happened.
Most smaller nations.
Fucking colonizers, bro.
You're welcome.
Add white to any race, and it just automatically makes them more beautiful. So it works out nice.
I'm not gonna lie, you're onto something with that.
Dude, I'm like, I got
the
family that can prove it.
All my kids are mixed, and I gotta make some
beautiful
pretty kids.
Babies, right? Beautiful babies.
Applaud. I actually came up with my wrestling, what my character would have been.
Okay. Brahma Bull is The Rock.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's where the name came from back in the 90s. This is my original gamer tag all the way back from like the early 90s.
Nice. I changed my name 15 times since then.
So my character would have been Archimedes, and we would have had a calculator plugged in.
That's crazy already.
Well, Archimedes, scientist. So, because I'm only 5'11", so I would have been tiny compared to most wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
So,
could have been a cruiserweight.
My finishing move would have been the Archimedes principle, which would have been a
name already.
That is so nerdy. I love it.
Exactly. So it would have been a combination of the razor's edge and the torture rack, where you actually wrap somebody around, instead of around up above, it would be around your back and then do a toss of them. And the gimmick would have been, we would have had a calculator because Archimedes was a mathematician.
Yeah.
It would have been a calculator connected to the Jumbotron that every time I won, we would just put +1 and have a running count on the Jumbotron, or -1.
It would get over.
Have
It
the
would get
running
over,
count
man.
on the Jumbotron.
If you made it really boring, it would get over.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
you
the whole
didn't,
thing
like,
was to be a 5'11" mathematician
Bro,
and
that would
have a
get
move
over.
named after one of the most famous mathematical principles.
That shit would get over. I believe it.
Hold on a
I
second.
thought it all out in high school. I mean, we had a group of friends that we actually called ourselves the Wolfpack back in the day because the Wolfpack was a big thing, and we would go TP people's houses.
Sorry, you got me hooked again on it. So
yeah, we would TP people's houses, and we would literally like sign in shaving cream the names of all the Wolfpack.
Oh my god,
So-
you were some serious. Not only were you nerds, you were hooligans at the exact same time.
If you only knew
The
who
worst
we
kind of
TP'd.
days,
That's
bro.
I
North Dakota.
TP'd a Major League Baseball player, a Major League pitcher,
Oh,
and his
mine,
daughter,
Saskatchewan.
because his daughter was in our class, and we TP'd them. It was like we spent like 3 hours outside that house.
That
put
sounds
noodles-
like gang stalking.
We put flour.
cooking.
We put flour on the trampoline. We put noodles all over the front deck. We TP'd
Cooked or
every
uncooked?
tree, like mummified them. And these are like 30-foot trees. We mummified the trees.
What did she do to you?
Nothing.
She existed.
Crazy.
And that was just one of the 3 times
She
we
existed.
TP'd that house.
She just existed. We wanted to ruin her life.
Yeah, it was great.
That's
No.
fucking crazy.
It was fun. I mean, it was high school fun where it was.
I never did anything like that.
The sad part was we found out that none of the girls actually helped clean up anything.
So it's just her parents.
So her dad, and this will kind of give away who it was, the one-armed former MLB pitcher
I don't know.
ended up
anything
doing
about
all the
baseball.
cleanup by himself.
Oh, what the hell's his name?
I'm looking him up. One-armed pitcher.
Jim Abbott, right?
Jim Abbott.
Not
That's his
Abbott.
name. Oh,
No,
okay. Hold on.
Brahma, that you not only did you torture somebody's house, but you also picked on the disabled. Damn, you really are a rotten little fucking kid. Talk about the prodigal son coming home. Holy shit.
What the hell was his name?
It says not the only one-armed pitcher. Shaquem Griffin, Kevin Lau, Christian.
Well, you just
Oh,
gotta
that's
figure out which
Little
one
League.
lives
Nope, just joking. Just
Yeah.
joking. That's a
It's a white guy, so it's none of those people.
I'll give you another hint. His birthday is in February.
Oh, that narrows it
and
down.
He lost his left arm, and
Well, you said that
he
already.
was a left arm pitcher, but in a lefty calendar, he's listed as a famous left-hander birthday, even though he doesn't have a left arm anymore.
That's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful.
Damn.
I can't find it. I'm only Jim Abbott. He must be the most famous one.
It's one of the most famous pitchers ever.
There's
I can
another.
just give the name. No, it wasn't on the Orioles.
Nah, don't.
Not that I
him.
remember. He was the Giants.
I mean, Brahma. At
Jim
least you're
Abbott's the only one I know
Is it
of.
Dave
so.
Dravecki?
Yep.
Oh wow!
Got cancer in his arm.
Damn.
Came back from
shit.
cancer. Came back to pitch, and he threw a pitch, and everybody in the stadium heard the snap in his arm.
Yeah, it
when
says it broke. Yeah,
It gave out, and he had to have the arm
amputated in 1991.
So his daughter went to high school with me, and
Damn.
we were good friends. But I
He
mean,
never
it was,
played after that because Jim Abbott played after he lost his arm.
well, Jim Abbott, I don't think was born with an arm.
I didn't even know you could get
Well,
arm
he
cancer.
pitched with his other. So he's one arm pitcher. is all.
He put the glove on his stub,
Yeah, and then he put
and
it
he
on
would
when
pitch with
threw.
the other arm, and then immediately switch the glove.
Which
Dave
is not
Dravecki
easy
was
for anyone who's thrown fastball.
I've seen guys do that shit before, and that is wild. I probably
Dave Trevecki was a pitcher who got cancer, beat cancer, then apparently didn't because he ended up having the arm amputated. He was a Giants pitcher, and his daughter was in my high school class, and we were good friends, and we pulled pranks on each other. So they TP'd us, we TP'd them. It was a thing. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Nothing malicious, but the girls refused to clean up the TP job, so Dave ended up cleaning up the TP job, and it was extensive.
That's fucked. Jesus. Well, it's not like anything better to do at that point. But wow, that's fucked. Damn, bro.
Couldn't join the army.
Rotten fucking kid. Not with one arm. Needs army. That's plural. Right? Isn't that how that works? More than one?
I still think it's screwed up that the left-handed calendar has him in there as a famous left-hander.
Well, he was at one point, just not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that is horrible on so many levels, and I absolutely love it.
I'm just seeing. Well, I saw this the other day. I'm just gonna bring this up, even though.
Happy birthday, mate!
Oh, happy birthday!
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, bro.
It's a bad sign when people are saying good morning to us.
Well, it's the UK, it doesn't count.
So these are all the real
3
people on the
hours.
show?
We kept claiming that we were not going to do what we used to do.
Yeah, I saw that trailer.
Like
yeah, I'm
that
getting off in 15 because I definitely told
Get
mom
off
I
the
was getting
stream.
off an hour ago.
Yeah.
But she's sleeping.
You
so
just
I
say
get
I'm a
to do whatever
bitch.
I want.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they literally held me physically. They physically held me on the stream. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
We held you down and wouldn't let you get away.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
You
so these,
threatened my family.
these are the real characters on this show?
Yeah.
Or is this a
W.
joke?
Love Black.
Nope. Real
Well,
characters.
the bottom left is definitely
Oh, yeah, no,
the
that's
real
real.
Harry,
Yep.
Wait,
and it
is
looks
that a
like
dude? Is that not a girl? Yeah.
I'm
That's
pretty
the thing
sure.
is you don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's
It's-
a they them
Mhm.
playing Harry Osborn.
Yeah, because they haven't confirmed it either way yet. But because all we've seen is the little trailer. But yeah, Harry and Norman are now fucking Black. Flash Thompson, and I knew they were gonna. I knew that was gonna end up being Flash because of the fucking Letterman jacket. Because they didn't give his name at first, but you just saw the picture of him in the Letterman jacket. Like that's got to be Flash Thompson. The Mary Jane goth thing, though, I honestly didn't.
Is she is that Asian? So is that like Mary Jane?
Yeah, she looks Asian.
I just don't. I don't know.
Well,
Dude,
I mean, they
Did I just
literally
hear a
have
fucking rim
Spider-Man.
shot?
Yeah.
They have Spider-Man going to high school in Compton at this point.
Yeah, like he's literally like he's like playing like, hey, Holmes and shit like that as he Peter
He is
Parker.
the one
out,
white guy
like,
in the high school.
Yeah, like he was like the only white guy in like the entire trailer. It was like
outside of her,
a little weird.
So yeah. Oh, that's just that show is gonna be such fucking hot garbage. And the best part was
Aunt May.
initially, no, they already showed her off in the trailer. She's hot in this too. But they literally this was initially supposed to be the origin story for Flash or for Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and apparently then they went like, yeah, no, fuck that, and they went completely off the rails, fucking like woke DEI kind of nonsense. And so anybody who thinks there's any hope for X-Men 97 season 2, since they fired Bo DeMeo, you're lost your fucking mind. That thing is going to be hot fucking garbage, and I'm glad I didn't watch season 1 because it would just end up pissing you off and just be nothing more than a cock tease, because season 2 is going to be garbage because all the people that are left at Marvel Animation are the fuckers that made this shit and got Bo DeMeo fired.
Season 1 was actually great, and
I know, but that's
we
only
thought
because of
Bo
Bo
DeMeo was going to be the problem.
We did, but oh no, I never actually did. I never actually did think he was
I remember you stream.
because I did a bunch of videos defending him because I was like, this guy is saying all of the right things. He's giving nothing else. He's giving us all of the all of the right lip service. And I was cautiously optimistic that X-Men 97 was actually going to be good, but because they fucked with my boy Morph and it pissed me off, I had no desire to watch that show. And then it turns out it was actually fucking great. And then of course, then they fired the showrunner damn near before the show even came out. because he was considered one of the activist producers just because he was gay and he was very open about it, even though he's probably made the best thing Marvel's made in probably over a decade because of how accurate it was in the source material.
Getting a little hard on those P's again.
Huh?
You're getting a little hard on those P's.
Yeah, your plosives are
and ends and ends.
And I think it may have been more because he was sending people in the office pictures of him in a thong.
You know what? I legitimately don't believe that because all that was some rumors we heard from supposed alleged insiders from Disney. It literally came from like Variety and the Hollywood Reporter. Like, as far as I'm concerned, that's fucking Disney propaganda that they slipped out as just an excuse to fucking try to discredit him while he's going out there. You're fucking all of this stuff up. Like, trust me, I'm not a big fan of Bo DeMeo as far as like his fucking the pictures he uses for his profile. Like, okay, dude, can you just turn the gay down a little bit? Like, we get it, okay? Like, but like, I don't need to see. I don't. Every time I go to your profile, I don't need to see you in a fucking G-string or whatever.
How many times do you go to his profile?
Here's what I'm going to say.
My feed because he's still out there bashing Disney Marvel.
No, you said every time I go to your profile, not every time I see your avatar. You said every time I go to your profile.
Either one.
Let me see if the picture's still the same. Oh,
That's what he said.
Jesse's like, I'm going to go to your profile, then I'm going to click media, and then I'm going to scroll through all the media.
Look, I only do that.
I don't want to see this.
And that's just because I think Flaud's a beautiful man. Okay.
Thank you. I don't get that enough.
Okay.
I don't get that enough. Mo could learn something from you.
He's just always trying to shove it in your face, and it gets a little much, man.
So when I write 2 songs for you, well, I wrote 1 song, and then AI wrote the other one.
You didn't call me beautiful in it.
Was it Shags that said
you called me a fucking glizzy
multiple times?
Here's what we got to realize about this. I talked about this the other day, and this is going to piss people off here.
Oh, great.
Screw you.
This show is not made for you.
No.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. This is one of those times that this saying is completely acceptable. And if you think for 1 second that like most of this remake shit was made for us, you're wrong. I think a lot of this, I think
oh, you're talking about the Spider-Man thing. I thought you were talking about the Midweek Hump.
Spider-Man.
Like commentary, like, no, this show is just for us, but we're glad that you're here. I thought you were turning it into some sort of compliment.
No. I mean, I'm glad everyone's here, but this Spider-Man show, even X-Men 97 to an extent, the Skeleton Crew, the Acolyte, like you guys have to understand at this point, these shows are legitimately not made for us. And like, it's like, I know people don't want to hear that. And I know people are like, oh, it's the kiss of death for that might be so, but just like, I mean, I was talking about this on my conversation the other day. When they remade the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that was not made for people who celebrated the original, who liked the original. It was made for, at the time, the modern audience, that modern horror audience. Nobody likes to admit this. They really, and again, I think that Melissa Mercante is as insufferable as the next person does. And a lot of these activist people, they really are. But they're not wrong because guess what? All of these people, they have their positions in these studios. They're writing this stuff. It's hitting somewhere. It's missing on a lot of levels, but it's legitimately not made for us.
No, and at least with like you could see in this movie or TV show, like they're being very blatant that it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
like at least it doesn't seem like they're trying to hide the fact that it's not for us. Like we've seen in previous shows and movies.
Yeah. And if they want to set their money on fire, like Mr. Drow was saying, or if they want to flush it down the toilet, or whatever they want to do with it, that is their prerogative. The best thing we could possibly do at this point is invest in the stuff that you like. Don't invest in the stuff like this. Like I have no interest in this, not because there's black people in it, but because it just doesn't look good. The art looks like crap, first of all.
It looks like Daria.
Really fucking stupid. They literally like the fucking the theme song for it is a rap version of the original Amazing Spider-Man fucking theme song, and it's an abomination. It's an absolute abomination.
Like they're really trying to lean into like that 3D art style, which I can't get behind for like the most part if like there's not a lot of money backing it, because most 3D like animation just doesn't look good unless like there's been a lot of time and money put into it. And like also trying to combine like the 3D animation with like that 2D comic book style, it just is not working very well for them.
This looks like it's going for an Archer style of like because
it reminds me of Borderlands, but worse.
Brahma, I think Brahma nailed it with the Daria or whatever, because I didn't even think about that. That is, it's
Soul
exactly
Assassin semi nailed it. He said it reminds him of a 2000s MTV Spider-Man show, but it reminds me of Daria.
Like, but it's so inconsistent. Like, you see how there's like a bunch of hard lines, dark lines, and then his face is like these like little tiny light lines.
Different
like,
art style.
It's asymmetrical. It's really weird. So it's just like it's like two different people obviously worked on this, which would probably happened anyway. But I don't know, man. I just
what probably happened is like they had one studio
across your show,
right? Like.
Seems like they had one studio making part of it, and then they had a rush, so they sent it off to another studio, probably overseas, to finish it. And the art style just didn't bleed over.
This man, misogyny so early in the morning.
I love it.
Kenzo ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Eventually, being on this show is going to affect my 40% women watch rate on my YouTube channel.
How the fuck you talk about sports? How the fuck do you have a 40? It's because you got like what 100 people. Like, what the fuck?
He drinks booze and he wears a nice jacket. That's enough.
Have you seen me?
I'm waiting for it to open.
Yeah, I have, Brahma. That's why I'm wondering.
So Grant's been patiently waiting for us to watch this video like over an hour and a half ago.
Right. Wait another hour.
I got 6 minutes left, so I want to see it.
Well, this was thinking about the thing earlier about the guy going around asking questions.
Oh yeah.
So
this the video? I don't know if this is the video.
To start with the letter R.
I've seen this one.
It's a little kid.
Rectangle. You name me a country that's never been colonized.
And what did you say?
Country that's never been colonized.
Yellow.
Can you name me a country that starts with A but doesn't end with A?
Dude,
name a country that has never been to war.
USA or Germany.
Name a country that has never been bombed.
Probably like Japan.
Japan and Iraq.
Maybe Iraq.
Two countries in Africa that start with the letter A.
Good question. Fucking guy, bro.
That's a good question, homie. That's a good question.
What do you think is the oldest language in the world?
I gotta do a deal.
What do you think is the oldest language in the world?
Happy birthday.
What is the most bombed country in the world?
Bombaklat.
Can you name me 3 countries?
Bro, what's wrong with people, bro?
All this does is consolidate that I hate people.
Yellow.
That's just like the 6 o'clock news in your local hometown, dude. They're only highlighting the absolute worst. You know what I mean?
Japan, maybe Iraq. That's hilarious, bro.
And people wonder why like those HB1 visas get abused.
So yeah, there's still people fighting for the Department of Education to not be exposed. So keep it. It's so good.
Wow, that's a good question, homie. That's a good question.
All right.
I love how Elon's like. I love how Elon was like the other day. He was like, he's like, you realize there's like over 400 federal government agencies. He's like, I think we could do it 99. I'm like 99. I'm thinking we can do it with like none. Like, what are you fucking talking about? 99. We don't even need that. 99 sounds like way too damn many.
How many is there?
Pretty good at cutting out about 75%.
Yeah, that's a good start, I guess. I'd like to see a cut of about 99%. But
well, like there's definitely a decent amount of them that should be left up to the states to handle.
What, Sarah?
Like, there's definitely a lot of things
you want 99% done. So it'd be leave 4. Which 4 would you want?
Yep.
Yes.
Reckon, what were you saying?
I was just saying, like a lot of like the stuff that like the federal government does can honestly be left up to the states to handle by themselves.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, 99.9% of it. Yeah, I would say the DOD would be one that I would keep. But like whatever handles ICE, which honestly you could probably roll into the DoD if you really wanted to, because it is Department of Defense. You know what I mean? So like I can like literally name like 2 that I think we should keep. You know,
I'd rather near everything with a
militarize our
3-letter
border,
or a 4-letter name is
it's
probably
just
gone.
3-letter just agencies. It's just government agencies in general. But yeah, like the ATF. No, I'm sorry. The ATF should be a convenience store, not a government agency. I've always agreed with that.
I think they just need anything that deals with foreign affairs should be left up to the federal government, and then anything that has to deal with like interstate commerce, you know, they have to have like a middleman for interstate commerce. I would say that's probably.
Yeah. How about the things that are strictly constitutionally required of the federal government to do and absolutely nothing else? Like I said, regulate interstate commerce, you know, the military, I don't know, printing of money. Let's leave the, you know, the Treasury Department. You know, there's 3. There's 3. DOD, Treasury Department, and
at this
whatever.
point, I'm pretty sure Buc-ee's should handle interstate commerce.
Or Trader Joe's, McDonald's would do a better job of it.
Yeah, and the Federal Reserve. Yeah, for sure.
Let Whataburger and In-N-Out, you know, fight for homeland security. I mean,
In-N-Out's trash. It's not. I'm not even gonna get into this debate. It's just trash.
Yeah,
Five Guys is superior.
Wait, compared to who?
5 Guys cost like
I'll take
$20 for a freaking burger.
I'll take. So does In-N-Out.
Nah, 5 Guys over In-N-Out.
No,
5 Guys.
In-N-Out's like $10.
What?
In-N-Out's $10.
Yeah,
but their fries are shit.
Yeah, no, I'll take 5 Guys fries,
Delicious.
but I'll do the In-N-Out burger.
5 Guys burger tastes like you're gonna die after you eat it, but it's delicious.
But it's the best death you've ever
It
had.
is delicious, yeah.
But it's also way too expensive for what they're
it's
doing.
way overpriced for what you get.
And
I'd rather
Whataburger, I can at least get
Whataburger, ew.
gravy to dip my burger in.
We literally have one right down the street. I avoided it at all costs. I've
Whataburger
had
or not Whataburger.
Ugh.
It's 5 Guys or Shake Shack. I mean, they're both expensive.
Shake Shack's good.
Yeah,
Shake Shack's
not. I've never
Shake
been
Shack won't
overrated.
even give you a freaking packet of ketchup.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because their sauce is superior to everything on the planet.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Screw Shake Shack.
Yeah, I don't agree that the sauce is great.
It's the most basic burger there is, and they will not even give you toppings that are
it's
anywhere else in the world.
Wrong.
If you've never had a patty melt from fucking Whataburger, you don't know.
No, I have.
Those
Green
things are
Hatch chili burgers.
I have, yeah.
Those
That's
are
what I
good
get
too.
when I go there, but I don't go there. I lived here for 3 years.
Oh, wait, Parrot Head. What's Parrot reminded me of it's like the golden triangle of
Arby's
of fast
Who
food.
eats Arby's, bro?
It's like
Dude,
the
I
Big Mac,
love Arby's.
All right, good night, guys. I'm out of here.
curly fries.
Just ruined it.
Oh yeah, those
Nice
curly
love.
fries. You cannot deny that Arby's curly fries are the fucking best of any fast food restaurant out there, dude.
Yeah, nah,
Dude.
but nah, I really gotta go though. But yeah,
All
no.
right.
But I love you guys.
Bye, buddy.
Later,
All
Claude.
right. Yeah, guys.
See you, Vlad.
My N word. I love you. No, wait, never mind. He's gone.
Wow.
No, if you take an Arby's sandwich, throw it on a burger from almost anywhere, and make a prime rib or, roast beef on top of burger sandwich, best thing ever. You take a quarter pounder from McDonald's and throw prime rib, or not prime rib,
roast beef
on top of it. Fantastic.
Best
burger you'll ever have.
That actually
when
sounds
Carl's Jr. did the prime rib burger, where they actually put prime rib on top of the burger, great.
I was working at Hardee's when they did that, because Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same fucking thing. There's different names. And yeah, I was working at Hardee's when they brought those big ass fucking burgers in, and holy shit. It might not have been the best burger on the planet, but my God, that was a huge fucking patty.
And then if you add
I never had cane sauce on a burger. That sounds interesting.
That would be
good.
You get Arby's.
Talking about Raising Cane's, right?
That would assume so.
No, you get Arby's au jus, and you dip whatever burger into the au jus.
Ooh,
that does sound good.
That would be good.
Yeah, is raping in public. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's Shags. There's Shags' favorite.
That's from like 2.5, 3 hours ago.
On tap, baby. Let's go.
That's
so
fun.
That time I drank a whole bottle of it.
Ranch in Vegas. Oh my
Vegas
God.
was not
Dude, that
pretty.
made my stomach nauseous.
Somehow I did not get sick. So
I don't know how we went to dinner afterwards and you still didn't like get sick or nothing. Like
somehow I was in that stream for the first hour and then got kicked out, but you had already drank almost a full bottle of ranch.
Yeah, the times got all screwed up. I wasn't, and traffic was hell. My God, traffic was hell.
Yeah, that's what happened. Not you just showed up an hour late.
Hey, you know what? We had the times wrong because the time change screwed me all up. I wasn't paying attention. I always forget that Vegas is actually 2 hours and not just 1 hour difference, and it screws me all up.
Well, the rest of us could figure out time zones.
You know what? I'm not even.
Jesse was not sober. Well, we were.
You know what? I actually resent that. I was sober for most of fucking Vegas, and I didn't intend to be. Okay, and I was actually sober I was probably the most sober in Vegas than I'd been. Well, I was out on vacation than I probably have ever been in my life. Because I even tried, but man, those like giant ass like margarita drinks, they're so fucking sweet, dude. Like it took me forever to even finish one.
Oh,
Don is also right in the chat. Freddy's shoestring fries
those are pretty good. Those are
awesome
pretty
tier.
Good. Those are pretty fucking good. You see, like that Raising Cane's manager gets you to order wrong with a small menu.
Sure.
I love Raising Cane's sauce though, dude. That shit is. They opened up one outside of Little Rock, outside of our air base, and we eat lunch there all the time. That sauce is the shit.
Yeah, but if Raising Cane's did not have that sauce, their chicken would be considered mid. It's just
That's the thing. I hate their sauce. I do not like the breading on their chicken strips, and the fact that they will not give me just a buffalo or a barbecue or any other sauce other than theirs. I will not go there.
Mm.
Wait, Soul Assassin, you were in Vegas? Did we meet? Did you not say hello? What the fuck?
That is true. Yeah, Nick definitely drank enough for all of us.
He did.
Was Nick at Vegas last year?
No, that was probably 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I was there the year before too.
Last year.
Nick hasn't been in Vegas for 3 years.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, because I haven't got a chance. I haven't got a chance to meet Nick in person yet. So
I have.
I know.
He's very small, but
I
has
know.
gigantic hands.
Wow,
gigantic hands.
Okay. Nick, the first time I met Nick, we were doing Sporking show in Orlando, and he was just, I mean, you know, Nick, he's just like all grabby and huggy, and when he's yeah. So that was the first time that him and I that was my first impression of him but I mean, he's like the nicest guy. Like he's the exact same person online as he is in real life. He's just the genuine article. So cool.
And I'm actually joking. He has the littlest lady hands you will ever see.
That is fucking great.
They are tiny.
That was the best compliment I ever got was from fucking Raven, and I'm having a brain. Oh, Master of the TDS. Master TDS goes, CommonNerd is exactly the same person in person as he is on stream. I'm like, I'm like, that's the best compliment you can give me.
I shook Master's hand and I went in for a hug with Raven.
Yeah.
And she was like, me.
Yeah, I didn't try. I didn't try with a hug with Raven or anything like that. But I shook
next time do the opposite. Shake her hand and hug him.
Yeah.
That'd probably actually go over better.
It might. It might with those two.
I think TDS might be more of a hugger than his wife, so I could totally see that. Yeah. But still, 70s rock fan has the best ass in the entire fellowship. So there's just no doubt about it whatsoever.
Well, it is saggy and 80 years old. Yeah.
Dude, did you grab that ass? That motherfucker is hard as a fucking rock, dude.
I bet you so are you.
I didn't. I went to a hockey game with him, and I refused the urge to grab his ass.
Well, I mean, I warned everybody in Vegas that there was going to be that kind of thing going on, and 70s was totally okay with it. So, yeah.
Really? Yeah, but you shouldn't slip the finger, and that was the problem.
Well, he kissed me on the cheek and asked for the finger. So, I mean, don't blame me for 70s' kinks.
He does a lot of kegels.
I always love it. That's right. It means you're gay.
Why are we still live?
I don't know. On that note, We're gonna wrap it up. It's midnight.
This is why we brought
Good
this
idea.
show back, was because of dumb shit like this.
Hey,
yeah, and we've done it for 3.5 hours. I think we're good on this.
We started off with talking about the fires in California. We ended up talking about Jesse fingering 70s.
Yep.
why
And
these
there's no
shows go.
sheep involved.
Oh well, there what? Never mind. I'll keep sheep out of it. He's going to be a married man, so I'll keep him out of it for now.
Shags. Ask for outros.
Yes, let's do outros. Reichen, thank you for joining us tonight. Why don't you start us off? Tell us what you got going on, what you're up to, man.
I'm just gaming on Rumble. That's it. I'm trying to get back into like the swing of things, trying to stream back to like 4 to 5 days a week. Having not been consistent with my streaming schedule because of the holidays and my job. So just trying to get back into that. That's about it.
Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for sending the link.
Yeah. Grant, what do you got coming up? What's going on with you? All right, we'll come back to Grant. Brahma, what do you got coming on?
Sorry, my mute button wasn't unmuting.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Grant.
So I've got a video coming out, a video that just came out today. How I'm wrecking your favorite TV shows using AI. This time it was Squid Game season 2. You'll notice it because it's got the 2 lesbians that aren't lesbians kissing on the thing. I'm trying to farm some engagement out of that one. I've done From and I've done Sopranos, so check those out.
Okay.
And you've got a new Twitter handle that you should put.
Oh yeah, the full Aussie. So we've got our own Twitter handle on that. So yeah, some big things coming up this year. I'll let more people know about it when I've got a little bit more info.
Is it Mr. Grant Gregory AI is the YouTube channel you're doing things on, or which one is it, Grant?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I just want to make sure I can drop the right one.
It's the one that has 500,000 subs next to it. Just so you know.
Oh, okay, so you're still plugging away at that one. Then. Mr. A, I got 500,000 subs. Anyway, sorry.
Brahma, what do you got coming up, dude?
Oh, tomorrow Comics Division, Thursday night Throwdown, Friday night Ascendant Arcade or Ascendant Art, and we talk about just whatever. And then Saturday night Bourbon and Boarding, Sunday morning The Bullpen, where I talk politics, and then we start the week over again. So,
all right,
it's a lot.
And Jesse, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. for the morning prep. We'll be back at it again. Mama's going back to work tomorrow, so we all should be all good and go to ready to hit that back up again, start making some videos. My Warhammer 40K video is blowing up right now. It's got over 1,000 views on it. But the problem is it's got a 17% like ratio. So if you want to go over to my Common Nerd channel and go check that out and help me out with that like ratio a little bit over there on that one. But yeah, and then tomorrow night, Sunker and I will be doing our dear sweet Creature Commandos review. We've got 2 episodes to review tonight since we had to miss last week. And it's one of them situations where that one's a fun time because this episode tonight or tomorrow, well, actually it is tonight, that we'll be watching, will actually have the first appearance of Batman in the DC universe. So my understanding is pretty much all we kind of get is a silhouette, but it does confirm that Batman is in there and all of that kind of stuff. And apparently, according to some people that I trust reviews for the most part, they actually said it's the best episode of the whole season because most of Creature Commandos has unfortunately been shit. And so we're roasting that and reviewing that properly. Most of the show is going to be on Rumble, obviously, but we do start out a little bit on YouTube and kind of give you our thoughts on the last few episodes. So that way it is technically a review that we leave up. And then of course we go into the actual full show over there on Rumble. Friday, $5 Fridays. Friday night, we've got 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's Clobby's Clubhouse, our comic book review show, which we're currently going through Classic Spider-Man right now. I can't remember which numbers we're... Oh, actually, we're going through Amazing Spider-Man. Hold on. Amazing Spider-Man. I believe like 63 through like 68 or maybe 64 through like 68 or something on Friday. So that'll be a good time. Saturday, I don't know if I'm gonna have anything going on. Sundays, 2 p.m. Bible study, 7 p.m. Doctor Who show, and then back at it normal Monday through Friday stuff. If I do any gaming streams over the next week or so, it'll probably be Cyberpunk. So I might do a gaming stream Saturday night for Cyberpunk 2077. Still trying to get through that game. Loving that game, having an absolute blast. So yeah, come find me on Rumble. We're almost at 1,100 subscribers, or 1,100 followers over there on Rumble. We just crossed 1,500 on YouTube. So if you haven't already, make sure you come check all of that stuff out because it's been an absolute blast with all of those kind of fun things.
I don't recall when we invited Culture Casino onto the stream, but the 20-minute outro.
Look, I do this full time. I am the most blessed man on the face of the planet because I have like 1,500 subscribers and my chat loves me enough to keep me doing this full time. I'm a busy guy. I work 65 hours a week doing this shit. So yeah, I got a lot going on. I love you too,
I
bro.
drive a Dodge Stratus. I can do 100 push-ups.
No, he drives a Subaru, and we all know it.
I wish I could afford a Subaru. What are you talking
You wish you could be a lesbian woman.
All right, y'all. This is a great show. Make sure you guys catch me this week as well. I'll be back on Friday evening. Be doing a show on Rumble and on Twitch. I'm playing Path of Exile 2. I'm continuing on with my Infernalist Witch. We're going for a minion build on there. I might even I don't want to start another new one, but I'll probably I'm thinking this weekend of either continuing the witch or going back to mapping with my endgame warrior, because warriors are kind of a weird build right now in Path of Exile. They're kind of weak, but I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Like I kill one enemy and like everything explodes around me, so it's a lot of fun to play. Riken, if you're playing Path of Exile 2, hit me up because we'll add you to the guild. We'd love to have you play with us.
I've been meaning to check it out. I mean, Adam was telling me, he's like, yeah, you should get it too. I'm like,
yeah,
so many games I got to play right now.
Yep.
I'll get it.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Wednesdays, we're back to such an amazing crew. Great chat. Thank you guys for all the super chats tonight. Thank you for the gifted subs. The Beast, really appreciate you. And thank you, everyone. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Make sure you set your watch by us. We are here every week. We're talking culture, politics, entertainment, all the fun things. Check all the links down below. Make sure you subscribe and check out everyone's stuff that is here tonight. Thank you, Flawed, for joining us. Thank everyone for watched who lurked. That's it for us. We are out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Toodles.
Night.
I like to put stuff online.